You good to go? There you go. Hey, lovely people. It is Friday, the 19th of August. It's our favourite day on TDA. But welcome to TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. So let's introduce ourselves, let you know who's hosting this amazing show today. It is your favourite shade queen, my own royalty.
The voice of reason, the oracle, big man use.
And they call me Emman, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst. And of course, the melanin is always super duper 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 jam-packed.
All right.
All right, eager beaver.
Get that out of here. How is everyone doing this lovely Friday?
You know me, man. Tired, as per usual.
How come you're tired, though?
Because I don't sleep well. I don't sleep early, and I wake up early.
Have you ever looked into why you're not sleeping well?
I think about it.
What's your routine, actually? Do you go to bed late? Is that one of the things?
Yeah, I go to bed late. But late is what? I go to bed around midnight, 1 o'clock.
Late?
Yeah.
That's late. Anything past 10 p.m.? Late?
Yeah, I go to bed late.
And then are you like watching stuff as well while you're in bed on your phone?
Not really. I might be on my phone a little bit, but I don't watch anything.
Okay.
And my mind doesn't really switch off sometimes.
Okay, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
When you're like, because sometimes I feel like I'm sleeping, but I'm thinking in my sleep. Like
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yes, it's weird.
And lately the weather hasn't helped. It's been kind of hot. So I haven't
Really? Oh no, it has been.
Really? Yeah.
No, but this week has been a bit cooler.
Not in my house.
But you are at the top as
my
well.
house has still been hot this whole week.
Really?
Yeah.
Because there was a really cool breeze yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
I feel like it's still been warm, you know? Yeah.
It's cold, y'all. Like,
Yeah.
I'm actually out here trying to wear jackets. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
Yourself? How are you?
I'm good. I'm tired though. My alarm went off this morning. I said, I know you're lying. And basically, so I had this weird dream. I can't remember what happened in my dream, but whatever happened in my dream earned us 1 week off TDA.
Okay.
So when I woke up, I was like, oh, I don't have to. You know when you think your dream is real?
Yeah.
That's like, I don't have TDA. I was actually thinking, yeah, but what happened in my dream was this. That's not reality. So I put in 2 and 2 together at like 5:30 in the morning. I said, yeah, girl, get up. Get up.
Yeah.
So, but I'm good. I'm glad the weekend's here. I need to rest.
Have you got plans for the weekend?
No, I actually don't.
Oh, serious?
I do not. And quite honestly, I like that. Because I don't like to have, because obviously I work like during the week and blah, blah. So weekend's really the time for me to do anything I need to do.
Yeah.
But I can't have too many of those weekends in a month. It's too much for me because then I'm tired. I'm consistently tired. So this is definitely a rest weekend, watch movies. Yeah,
good,
kind of vibe, yeah.
Nice. Yourself, man?
I got a trad today, you know?
Oh, is it?
Oh, listen, today's the trad day.
Yeah, man. I got my native back.
Nice.
All altered.
Yep.
All good.
You in Dagbada?
Nah.
You're the father of the groom. How can you even want to do that? Like, I will walk you out.
I just thought, you know what? I'm a grown man, innit? So maybe I can't be dressing like the kids.
Did you know, like, you know when you wear that, you have to kind of reload it. Do you get me? You have to pack it together.
That's a reload.
You got to pack it together. So, yeah, okay. Do you know, like, who is it what's the relation to the person that get married?
My friend.
Lovely.
The bride.
The bride is your friend?
Yeah.
Okay, that's lovely.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I love a good wedding.
Big up Camilla and Ayo.
Big up Camilla and Ayo.
Big up.
The white wedding is next week.
Okay.
These people are just making me pay for haircuts. Like, normally...
Oh, yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? This is too much.
Wouldn't it be fresh? Wouldn't it last next week? But go proper shop.
It has to be.
Yeah, if you get into a wedding back to back, you're going to want to have 2 fresh trims, unless they're like in the same week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially now I take pictures for Insta and stuff.
You influencer. Would you guys take offense if one of your close friends got married and you weren't a groomsman?
No.
No, I wouldn't.
If I'm invited, I'm invited. I don't have to be a groomsman.
Okay.
Because you know,
Men are so easy, you know.
people have different friendship groups, innit? So
that's
be,
true, actually.
you know what I'm saying, a close friend that he knows, I don't know, from ages ago, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true, actually.
If for example, say it was Brent or Stephen, right? And there was 10 groomsmen and I'm not included.
Yeah, in that
Then I'll
You
start
got a
thinking,
quick TDA.
in that instance,
personal.
that's definitely personal.
Yeah, that's personal.
Like, if you know you should be a groomsman and you're not, then
Yeah.
obviously it's for a reason.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So if when you get married, you want to get married, right?
Yeah.
Do you know who, like, you already know who's gonna be in your groom party?
Not particularly. I know there's a few names that I know for sure.
Yeah.
But in terms of the whole, what is it, 10?
What's
Is
got-
it, is it,
10?
No,
No, he just said 10.
people.
No, that was just an example. Just
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I was using the same example.
Okay.
So just say he's 10. I don't have
Yeah.
the 10 names, but I definitely have 3 or 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
And sometimes you have to include someone from the other side as well, innit?
Yeah, you
If
got to
they
include like the
brothers or
sibling or
cousins
something.
and
Yeah.
stuff like
Do you?
that. So
One name, bro. Well, I got to pick her little brother or something just because.
No, but if it depends the age, because I feel like I personally think if the age gap is too gappy, if for example, like my man's sister is like 12, girl, this is grown people's like, ma'am.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
It's not, do you get what I mean?
That's true.
However, I don't know. You can't. It's not gonna make sense. But if it's a thing where the age gap isn't too great, then it makes sense because you can't. Because obviously you kind of pair up, right? So you can't have his friends like grown men, and then now they're with a 12-year-old. Now it's the whole thing. Yeah.
See, that's another thing you have to consider, I guess, with the whole age gap thing as well, isn't it?
What's that?
So imagine, it's true, innit? Like, say the man is, I don't know, 40, and he's marrying a 25-year-old.
Yeah.
His friends are all 40, 42. Her friends are 23.
That's what I'm saying.
It would look crazy.
It's not giving.
Yeah, but when do they integrate like that though? Like
What do you mean?
when do
bride-
your just say I'm getting married for example,
Yeah.
and my friends and my girl's friends we rarely come together as a
Yeah.
so it don't really matter.
Yeah, but I think if the age gap is too big, aesthetically, it doesn't look nice.
Oh, you talking about just the wedding day? You mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
just when
I thought you
they-
meant like
through and-
interacting
No,
afterwards.
I don't care about that. I got my
Yeah.
husband. All the best all parties
Yeah.
involved. But no, I'm talking about like the wedding party.
the
So
wedding party, okay.
when you pair the groomsmen with the bridesmaid,
Yeah.
it's if the age gap is a bit too
Yeah.
much, it doesn't really.
Imagine them dancing in together.
It's just
and-
awkward, man.
Especially
it's
if
just
a lot of them like are dads and got dad bodies and they look
Yeah.
old and they're grey and
I hear
But
that.
it depends. If they look
Aesthetics.
nice. They look like zaddies, then we can make that work. And if you think about it, well, because obviously you have like the stag do, all that kind of stuff as well. If you're too young, it's just awkward. You come in. Do you get what I mean? And so it's not a +1 kind of situation.
that's true.
Do you get what I mean? It's just weird.
Yeah, but the stag do would just be his friends. It wouldn't be his fiance's
Yeah, but if he's a
brother.
groomsman,
You don't have to attend.
if it's a groomsman, then yeah, that's awkward.
It'll
Because
feel
typically
weird.
with a groomsman,
Yeah, but if
feel
he's given
weird.
he's too young, then he can't come.
Yeah,
that's just
true.
awkward.
If he's
That's what I'm
too
saying.
young,
So you
that's
can't
true.
don't be a groomsman then, because that's awkward. Because we're gonna be bantering about it, and you don't even know what we're talking about.
No, but if you're, for example, 15 years old and you're the brother of the bride,
Yeah.
you know you're not coming to the stag party. It's fine. This is not your position. You're gonna be at the wedding and that's it. No,
They might feel left out.
no, but he's 15. How can he feel left out? You're not meant to be here. You're 15. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true, actually. No,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. But no, I always do pray that I have my partner's family are good vibes because I don't like stress. Like, I actually cannot deal. But yeah. But shout out to our live crew who are tuned in. Someone said Brent will be proud. Thank you very much. We're doing a better job today. We appreciate it.
But they're kind of. I wanted to take the praise, right? But they're talking about something else.
You know, it's just funny because as I was saying it, I read it. But I said,
What's that? What Brent be proud
So
about?
basically, someone asked where Margs is.
Yeah.
Then big up Proverbs 31:25 said, anybody ask for Margs, check his IG. So someone then said, Amber said, Brent will be proud because you're passing on the good message, right?
Oh, okay.
But I thought they were saying Brent will be proud of our great.
Of just the way we're conducting ourselves.
Yeah, but I guess not. But he will be proud anyway. So
That's
pick
it.
us up. And also, before we carry on, three little pointers. Like the video. It's gonna stay up after, so definitely like the video. Subscribe to our channel and join the New Black Network. So you do that by typing community.thenewblack.com on your browser, and it will take you to this lovely website, and it will prompt you to download the app. Do that because on Monday we have a proper announcement to make, and we're giving you a full rundown of how the network is going to work, how TDA community comes into it, all that great stuff. So yeah, let's get to doing that, and yeah, let's get into our show. Our
Cool.
first headline.
Right now. Are you sure? Have you told people about the because basically one of our listeners
Okay.
mentioned how she loves the show,
Yeah.
avid listener,
Yeah.
but I had to remind her to sign up to the community. And I was like, why?
Man, man,
What's happening right now?
I don't know what's going on. So are we connecting on? Man, that's what I just said.
Yeah, I know, but I'm basically telling you to stress it.
What is... Guys, what is happening right now?
It's been a long week. I think it's been a long week across the board. Okay, I'm stressing it, yeah. Join our TNB network, the new black network.
My whole backstory just to say that. That is dumb.
So tap into your browser, community.thenewblack.com. Black is spelled with an X, as you guys know. And do all that great stuff. And we were talking about how, on Monday, we're telling you how we can be a closer and bond closer. All that great stuff, basically. Amazing perks, all that great stuff. Coming on Monday. Is that stressed enough? All right, let's get into our first headline.
Someone said, "E-man, what are you smoking?" Yeah, I'm pressed to ask you the same question.
All right, so the first headline, right? This is to do with the campaign between Rishi Sunak and Liz Truss. And basically everyone's doubting Sunak right now. But Rishi Sunak has insisted he still has a shot at Downing Street, despite polls suggesting Liz Truss has a strong lead in a Conservative leadership contest. He told ITVs this morning he definitely has a chance of victory, while warning his rival's tax-cutting plans risked fueling inflation. The former Chancellor said his economic approach was honest and deliverable. The latest poll of Tory members pointed to 66% backing Ms Truss and 34% supporting Mr Sunak. The YouGov survey of 1,089 people for Sky News was conducted from the 12th to the 17th of August. The percentages were calculated by excluding undecided members and non-voters. The next UK Prime Minister will be announced on the 5th of September. The postal ballot closes on the 2nd of September, but thousands of party members are thought to have already voted. So yeah, that's the first headline. It's looking like, to be fair, I feel like it's done for him, you know.
But Sunak,
Yeah, I feel like it's done for him.
at the start of this conversation, did you say Liz Truss? Who did you back? I think you back. I think wasn't it?
Did I back Sunak?
I think you did. You know,
Yeah, I think it was based on the
Polls
the
at the time.
debates.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking, you know what? Like he's gaining a lot of momentum here.
Yeah, I
You know
remember.
what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, I think Brent and I were saying how in this Caucasian land, they're not ready for an Asian man to be prime minister yet.
Yeah.
You got Priti Patel, you got Sadiq Khan.
Mm-hmm.
In their minds, it's a revolution. It's way too much. You can't have that.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see. I'm proud Boris Johnson's still out here, shaking his ass in a thong
Enjoying
on a yacht.
All right. And the second headline to do with a prime minister as well, but this is the Finnish prime minister. And the Finnish prime minister, Sanna Marin, is facing backlash after being seen partying in a leaked video. In the footage thought to be taken from social media, she and friends, including Finnish celebrities, are seen dancing and singing. She has faced criticism from opposition parties, with one leader demanding she take a drug test. Miss Marin, who's 36, denied taking drugs, saying she only drank alcohol and just partied in a boisterous way. Formerly the world's youngest head of government, a title which is now held by the Chilean president, Gabriel Boric, Miss Marin makes no secret of partying and has often been photographed at music festivals. Last year, she apologized for going clubbing after coming into close contact with a COVID-19 case. Just last week, Miss Marin was dubbed the coolest prime minister in the world. Commenting on the video on Thursday, she said she knew she was being filmed, but she was upset that the video had become public. She added,
Girl.
she added, "I danced, I sang, and partied. Perfectly legal things. And I've never been in a situation where I've seen or known of others using drugs."
Nah, I had to Google her because I thought, okay, let me see what this is about. She is living it up.
Yeah,
I love this for her. I'm sorry, because why should I not be able to party because I'm a prime minister?
exactly what I was thinking.
The heck?
Exactly what I was thinking.
Nah, man, go for sis.
It
She
shouldn't
looks
be.
cute as well.
There you go. It
Nah,
should-
she's
it's-
a babe.
Let me see.
Oh wait, it's loading. Hold on.
And she shouldn't have to. What do you call? Like she's 36.
Exactly.
Life can't be done at them type of ages. There.
Exactly. She's actually a young baby now. What's taking forever to load?
What's it called? We've been asked to, 1, open the phone lines, and 2, pin the message for the community page.
Have you got the
In the
access
chat.
to the thingy?
Yeah, but that would
Gee,
be a bit-
that's Emman's job, by the way.
Use
What's that? Oh. What's that?
the one that's
the one that's doing the most.
the one that's doing the most.
Which
It's
one?
like she's in a City Girls
I'm not the
video.
one they're all doing the most.
Oh, it was. Hold on, it's her. Have you? Who's got access to the TDA page? The one in the corner in the black cami top and the grey trousers.
Oh, okay.
She's living girls' night.
Mhm.
She's my kind of prime minister. Sorry.
Yeah, it'll be a bit long to be fair to go and do it.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, just keep spreading the word. Community.thenewblack.com. Okay. Lovely.
We'll put it
Okay.
on our Insta pages as well.
Yeah, we will. All right, lovely. So, should we get into our topic of the day? What are we saying?
Yes, we should. Give me one moment, please, and I will
Lovely.
find topic of the day.
Chijoke, you're very cheeky. Man said I'm searching for compliments because I said they said we're doing a good job.
Oh,
You don't leave me alone. Yeah. All right.
All right. So today's topic of the day is basically comes from a tweet
Okay.
which I saw online, and I just thought, you know what, I would love to see everyone's kind of opinion on this, right? Because obviously we all have we all put weighting on first impressions, right?
Yeah.
But obviously what we value is different to, I guess, what our parents would value, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So I just want to see you lot's take on this. Give me one moment. Okay.
Also, we don't have the phone line, do we?
no. Did Brent give you? Did you leave it? This is the phone,
I
isn't it?
think that's the one, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. No, so we basically don't have it. We have it, but we
Yeah.
need to switch.
Well, to be
cameras.
fair,
We could do it, innit?
I could still do this and be on the phone at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys want to call in, 075 6484 1073. Yeah,
Cool.
ready?
Okay, so this is what the person said in a tweet. I think it's actually rude for you to meet your partner's mum for the first time and she expects you to help her in the kitchen. Like, ma, I'm a guest. Okay.
Tap the number in the chat.
Okay.
All right. So, like I was saying, obviously we all have different impressions, right? You wanna make a good first impression, this, that, and the third, right? And obviously our parents see certain things in different ways to us.
Yeah.
But based on what she just said there, how do you guys feel about that? Do you feel like it's rude, disrespectful for example, our mothers to expect, I don't know, our partners, or you know what I'm saying, to kind of help in the kitchen, to clear plates, you know what I'm saying, to say, oh, you know what, can I help you cook this, that, and the third?
Yeah. Obviously, coming from a Nigerian background, I see nothing wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
And when mums do it, I don't think it's coming from a malicious place.
Yeah.
It's just more from a traditional standpoint, innit?
Yeah.
And I feel like the girl in question shouldn't feel like it's disrespectful to ask her or to expect her. It's just a part of the culture,
Yeah.
really and truly. And if you're African, you understand it. If you're maybe Caribbean, maybe you might not. If you're white, so on and so forth, innit? I think, you know, just it's lighthearted. It's in jest. It's fun. It's just, auntie, can I help you? It's just, I mean, it's not meant to be taken in, you know, a negative way, really.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that done?
I half agree with that
Yeah.
and half don't.
Yeah.
Just because I really think that it depends on the family. So some mothers, it is a way to bond with you. It's a way to just get to know more about the woman that's, you know, with her son and all that kind of stuff. It's a nice thing.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, oh, I'm going to the kitchen. Oh, come and join me. But that is their time to kind of
talk.
feel you out and talk
Yeah.
away from maybe the rest of the family or whatever.
Yeah.
But there are also some mothers who, for them, that is the test.
Okay.
So if they say they're going to the kitchen and you don't offer, like, oh, auntie, can I help you with anything?
Yeah.
They're telling their son,
You have no home training.
she has no home training. That's the one you want to marry. Do you get me? So
Yeah.
I really think it depends on the mother, because again, a lot of women find that some mothers are absolutely a joy to be around. They're pleasant. They're lovely. They want their children. They want their sons to get married, but some mothers act as if they want to be the ones to marry their sons. Where like it's like no woman's ever good enough, and so every woman that comes round, it's like they go out of their way to just make things difficult for her.
Yeah.
Almost like you have to prove that you really have like you can really be here. In terms of cooking stuff, I'll be honest with you, yeah. Even when it comes to cooking in my own house, I don't like cooking. So basically, when I make plans to cook, I make plans to cook and then I can shower after because I hate the smell of food like lingering around me. So respectfully, if I go to visit your mum, I don't want to come out of there smell like plantain and palm oil stew. I'm really not here for it. Because I once saw someone was like, someone responded to that. She said, honestly, yeah, when I think about it, if your son lets you know that I'm coming, that he's bringing his girlfriend,
Yeah.
I'm a guest. Why is the food not ready when I get it? And there was another tweet that I actually retweeted, which I thought is very, very important. So she said, I pray for the days women experience mother-in-laws that are equally eager to impress them. Because as it is, we are the ones constantly pressured to put on a show for a family we should also be testing to see their fit in our future. And honestly, I believe that because I think if I went to my boyfriend's mum's house, me and her for the first time or ever, and she goes to something in the kitchen, obviously I'd want to help anyway, but a part of me is also doing it for her to impress her, for her to know that, that this is a good girl, she's got good home training, blah, blah. Yeah. But really and truly as well, I feel like if I talk now, they say I'm talking. But again, is that pressure on women to always prove that you're going to be a good wife, you're going to be a good mother. Do you get what I mean? And with the in-laws, it's a massive thing. Jamie, so that's why I'm like, I don't know, are you a woman? Sorry. This is a woman's struggle. You can't relate to man. I'm telling you how this is why, when India went to meet Dami's grandma, people are like, you're wearing a top that has breast and a nipple on and a nipple ring. People were going in on her. They were like, "Oh, you can't do these things. This is so disrespectful. This is that. Like, I would never go and meet my man's."
But that's understandable, though.
It's understandable, but again, it still goes down to that whole putting literally your absolute the best foot forward to meet your partner's family. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I think with women, like even with me, like honestly, if I was me and my man's mum, I'm not wearing this top. Because I don't want to have cleavage out. I will wear a t-shirt. Like I wouldn't want to wear anything that's too tight. Like, even though this is how her son met me. This is what attracted her son. Do you get what I mean? But if I'm going to be with her, I wouldn't want to do that. Even, so Don't Jealous Me, his wife Yemi. Yeah. So they've got a podcast, right? I think it's called YT Podcast. And she was saying how so they've got a child together. Okay. They've been together since they were like teenagers in sixth form. They've been married for God knows how long. She was saying how like, even with their family, when the families meet and stuff, she still doesn't want to wear certain things. And he'll be like to her, listen, you are a whole wife. You're someone's mum. You're a grown adult woman. If you want to wear mini skirts, wear the mini skirt. But she's like literally like she feels awkward because it's like she doesn't want them looking at her like, oh, this and that. And that's a real thing for a lot of women. Do you get me? So when it comes to the cooking stuff, I get it. But I can't lie to you. I'm gonna be in the kitchen.
But do you
I'll be
feel
angry, but I'll be in the kitchen.
Because certain things trump our feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, I get what Don't Jealous Me. What's his name again?
Tolu.
Thank you. I get what Tolu's trying to say, right?
No, Yemi. Yemi is the wife.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I get what he's saying to her about feel free, you know what I'm saying? But there's still something in you, especially when you're raised a particular way.
Yeah.
I won't say raised right, a particular way, right? That tells you certain things are appropriate and certain things are not. So, like, I don't see anything bad in that at all. And also, to kind of talk about the whole pressure on women, right? To do certain things. There's pressure on men as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, like, for real, how do I put this? Say I remember one time, there was a girl that I wasn't seeing her, but obviously we're kind of interested in each other type thing, right? And it was her birthday. And obviously I went over to her house, whatever, to help prepare like the whole party and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm helping her mum in the kitchen and all that, right? To this day, like whenever her mum sees me, she calls me, oh, 1 in a million.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to this day, because of that first impression, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is, if like you care long term about the relationship, the bond that you want to have with your family, why would you see it as potentially rude? Why not just see it as an opportunity to bond and an opportunity to impress?
Yeah.
Because don't we want to impress people?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, but
especially if you care about certain things.
But again, though, it just comes to that onus because you know what is my partner can come to my household and say, and he can just chill and have fun and just be relaxed. But as a woman, if you go to your partner's, and I'm talking from an African background, if I go to my partner's mum's family's house and I can't, basically the experience I'm going to have is going to be different to the experience that he would have with my family.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And I think that's what it is. That's where that rudeness comes from, where it's like, yet again, we're kind of having to perform to show that we are worth marrying into this family. I think that's where the rudeness comes from. And I think that's for a lot of women, that's where the frustration comes from, where it's just like, let me be a guest. Let me come here. The way you would want me to impress you, you impress me too. Let me know that, okay, she's coming to a family where we take care of each other. We do, and their mother-in-laws like that. Like my mum is a good mother-in-law. I pray that I find my mother-in-law will be like my mum. My mum is chilled. My mum does not cause problems. She's not in your business. She's not trying to do anything. She doesn't want you to prove yourself. Like that is not what my mum does. But I also personally know of aunties and other mothers who are like, literally for them it's no one's good enough for my son. I'm very protective of my son, and like you cannot come there and like even you at least for them, even if you don't offer, you're rude. Do you get me? They pass these judgments. Do you get me? And then like, they're looking at you a certain way, like, oh, this. Like I know people who are married into a family. They've been married into the family for years, and they still bitch about the girl.
Wow.
But again, it's a thing where it's an African mentality. So it could be someone who's Caribbean, married into an African household. Maybe their culture is different, right? But they judge her based on that. Like, oh, she wouldn't offer to do this. She wouldn't offer to do that. They brand you as lazy. So when women are saying it's rude, I honestly understand, because it's women having to perform to prove that I am worthy of being this man's wife. And I'm proving to you that I can take care of him. I'm proving to you that, I'll be a good wife. I'll be this. Because a lot of women as well, you start off that way. I mean, obviously this girl did say that she said the first time. But a lot of women, you start off that way, volunteering to help and whatever. Yeah. 10 years down the line, these people are still taking advantage of you.
But do you get what I mean? Are they taking advantage though? Like,
it is, because basically it gets to the point where, and I'm speaking from
experience.
Like I'm speaking from real life conversations I've had with other women, where it's a thing where, oh, we're having an event, so you make this, right? Do you get me? Where it's like, because you started off helping, they don't ever take consideration the fact that you may not be able to do this one time, and so you're now in a position where it's like you can't say no, because they'll be like, okay, all right, sorry. Do you get me? It's that kind of tone.
So is it every occasion when you meet the in-laws that you're helping out? Is there ever a time when you're just a guest, or is it literally from the first introduction, you're always in the kitchen, you're always helping? Or is there ever a time when, she's a guest, let her enjoy, on other occasions she's helping out?
I'll be honest with you, I think here that with women, because the first time, because a lot of us women we're socialized to want to show that I can be a good wife, right? Yeah. I told you guys, I will do it. As much as I talk all the talk, I'm talking, I want my man's family to like me, right? Yeah. But the problem is, how you start is really how you're going to continue. Because how do I help out in the first time, the second time, then third time saying, actually, I don't want to help out. Okay. Oh, Esther, what's wrong? What's happening? Like, do you get what I mean? So it's like you kind of find yourself in a trap. Do you get me? I think that you have to be someone who's able to be like, you have to be able to have boundaries. But again, if you're entering a new family, it's difficult to set boundaries from early.
Would you expect your husband or fiance, whoever, your boyfriend, to speak on your behalf? So let's just say you didn't want to help out today, you were tired, whatever. Would you expect him to tell his mum,
absolutely,
you know what, Esther's not in the mood today, can you just leave her alone?
Absolutely. I've always said that I would want, because obviously you never know what kind of family you get into, right? Yeah. And I've always said that if it's a situation where I'm uncomfortable with something and I don't want to be rude, or I don't want to speak up just because I'm like, I don't want to cause drama, and my husband, I'll be with someone who can read, who knows how I'm feeling, I would always expect my husband to stand up for me, regardless of whoever it is that he's got to stand up against. Because I would do the exact same thing. 100%. I believe that when you get married, yes, we've got our families, but this family here is the priority. This is number one. This is what we're protecting first. Do you get what I mean? I'm sorry, but you can't be, if you know your mum is being like, if you know your mum is intentionally making your wife uncomfortable, whatever, you can't tell me, oh, that's my mum, I can't be saying anything to her. That's a red flag for me.
Can I just say something? Yeah. Because you said intentionally. Yeah. Right. I know obviously there are women out there, mother-in-laws, who are just, because you hear it all the time, right? Yeah. And obviously you know, right? But do you feel like, what would you define as intentionally? Because I feel like majority of the cases are not like that. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe, but obviously, remember, I'm not a woman, innit? So you have to correct me.
I think majority of the cases, they make you believe it's not like that.
All right.
But because you know what I mean? Women know how to be petty without without making it apparent that they're being petty. Do you get what I mean? We know how to do underlying things. So it's a thing where even that can be frustrating when I'm telling my man, like, listen, this, and he'll be like, no, it's not like that. It's not that. But as a woman, I know how to read undertones. Do you get what I mean? Like, if I go into, say I walk into the room or I walk into the kitchen, they were all talking before I came there, and everyone's quiet now. Do you get what I mean? Or even something like, even if something like you marry into a culture where you don't speak the same language. Personally, I think it's cheek. I think it's rude for me to be in a room. Say I marry into like an Igbo family, right? And they know I don't speak Igbo, and I'm in the room. They're all having a conversation, but they're all having a conversation in Igbo, knowing damn well I don't understand anything that's happening. Chances are they're talking about me.
No, I think that's unfair.
No, it's not.
Do you know why?
Because I'll tell you why it's not unfair.
Yeah.
Because I've been in those rooms, and I know what the aunties are saying about this girl in Yoruba, and it's not. Because I think what it is here, I think it's important for you to, if someone's in the family, make it as comfortable for them as you can.
I agree.
So if someone can't speak the language, like my sister-in-law, she's Ghanaian, right? Over time, obviously, she understands like
Certain
little
things.
gist here and there. Even if we say something, I'll be like, so say my mum and my brother are bantering about something in Yoruba, right? Or they're talking about something in Yoruba. I understand Yoruba. I'm translating to her like, this is what they're saying. Because it's easy. It might not be reality, but it's easy for me to assume that you're talking about me. So I think that, I just think in any situation, I would always want my partner to speak up. Because if my man came to my house and mum's like, oh, can you help me do this, and that? And I know that he's tired. I'll be like, oh, mum, like, he might have to come back and do another day because he's tired. And I know that he doesn't want to say anything because he's like, oh, that's her mum.
Yeah.
I would speak up for my partner. So in the same way, I would expect my partner to do the same.
100%
Where
agree
again,
with
there are some mothers and even sisters or brothers. I don't know if you're going to marry your brother. I don't know. But there are some sisters and mothers out there who literally like, they're like, oh, we're protective of the guy. And it's like, they honestly go out of their way just to make things uncomfortable for the girl. And it's just like, and then you find them now they're at the barbecues talking to the distant cousin. Because the distant cousin she's not really into the family tea. So she don't really know that people don't really like you.
Yeah.
And that's the person you're not gravitating towards. Like, I've seen these things.
Yeah, it's true.
I've been the distant cousin who is, even the close cousin,
Closer,
who's talking to the girl to try and make her feel more comfortable. And these things hurt. It hurt. Like, it hurts, especially when you love the man you're with. But it's like his family don't like you. It raises a lot of insecurities.
Two questions, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say on 3 different occasions you go to your mother-in-law's house and you help out in the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Then she comes to your house
Yeah.
for dinner.
Yeah.
And obviously you might prepare the food before she arrives.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's probably what you'll do, right? But just to say you didn't,
Yeah.
and she came in while you were still preparing it,
Yeah.
would you expect her to help you in the kitchen?
My mother-in-law?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, cool.
No.
Do you think most girls, not most girls, but some girls would?
No, I don't think...
So
anyone that does, wow.
No, I'm just trying to question. So
Yeah.
the expectation is always on the girlfriends or wives,
Yeah.
right? Cool.
Or like the younger...
younger
so
person,
say,
yeah.
for example, like I went to my partner's house.
Yeah.
Or sorry, they came to my house, right?
Yeah.
Say my husband or whatever has younger sisters or whatever.
Yeah.
It would be like the age range are the ones that help. Do you get what I mean?
That was going to lead to my second question. So
Okay.
in terms of age, so let's just say not you in particular, but women who are in this scenario, how much does the age of the mother play a part in you wanting to help? So let's just say, the mother is 70 or in her 80s and she's in the kitchen. It's hard for her. Her back's gone. She can't really reach certain things. It's hard to mix the eba. Like, how much of that makes you think, you know what, let me go and help because she's old, she's elderly.
Do you know what it is? I think when it comes to, I don't think it's so much age thing. It's just mum.
Okay.
Do you get me? It's just mum. Personally, anyway, even like my friends' mums, I'm like that. Like I'm just like, but again, that's how I've been raised. Do you get what I mean?
This is it.
So it's not so much age thing. Even if your mum was a young babe and she wants to go out to a brunch with me on the weekend and we go out to brunch as well because I want to have that kind of relationship with my mother-in-law. Do you get me? I want us to go out, do like I want to have fun with her.
Yeah.
But even if she's a young babe, she's young at heart, she's very quick on her feet and whatever.
Yeah.
That's still your mum. I'm still gonna want to help.
But for example, this girl who's the original tweet, who's complaining, talking about it's rude, do you think she'll be more inclined if the mum was older and needed help as opposed to you've got this anyway? But if she actually needed help, then
you would hope so.
yeah.
I would think so. I think if the mother was like older, she would think that actually, let me go and help. But you know what you find? A lot of the older mums, because they've lived long and like a lot of mums' prayers is for their son to end up with someone who's like nice and blah, blah. Do you get what I mean? You find that the older mums, like, they'll be so excited to like to cook for her. Like, don't come here. No, you don't have to help. Like, my grandma was like that. Do you get what I mean? Like, my grandma loved when she met her son's wives and everybody else. It's like, for her, she was happy to cook for them. Like, oh, no, like, it's almost like they treat them like they're a princess. Do you get me? And that's the kind of family that I want, because I've seen both sides. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So when the girls are saying, do you know what, it'd be nice for women to get into families that want to impress them as much as they should be impressing them, I want that. And that's realistic, because that's how my grandma was. When my grandma met any of my uncle's partners, my grandma wanted to do besties with them. She wanted to connect on the fashion, on the. Do you get me? She loves stuff like that. She wanted them to like her as much as she wanted to like them. Do you get what I mean?
It's funny you say that, because I feel like some families do that. I think
Yeah.
you're right. But I think sometimes they like to impress their age mates. So the mum, for example, would want to impress your mum.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And the entire family like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As opposed to the
Yeah, the mums
the
got to like
child.
each other. That's awkward
100%,
otherwise.
100%,
Damn.
yeah, man.
Another question, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, there's different generations in it, different
Yeah.
traditions. So we're talking about more so what our parents did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this tradition is going to spill over into our generation? So, for example, when you have children
Yeah.
and your son brings home his wife to be or girlfriend,
Yeah.
whatever, would you expect her to help you out in the kitchen?
I think if I'm still like in the middle of it, she can.
Yeah.
But I don't think. Now I'm capping. Do you know what it is? Yeah. I just want to know that you think about these things. Do you get what I mean? I'm not saying it's by force. I'm not saying that I would necessarily like say she's a horrible person. That girl, you should not be with her. I wouldn't say that. If she didn't offer to help or whatever, it is what it is. But I know that, for example, like I would definitely have the dinner and everything ready. I would want to impress her. I'd want to impress her the way I would want her to try and impress us. Do you get what I mean? I wanted to know that in this family we're good vibes, we're this, like, I wanted to make that clear. But I think that if, for example, I'm the one clearing the plates on the table, I think offer to help. I think it's just courtesy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even
100%.
anywhere I go, my friends' houses and whatever, I do that. Like,
Yeah,
if my
exactly.
friends feed me, I'll be like, I was fine, I'll wash the dishes, or
is it.
with their mums, like, I'll be like, oh no, auntie, I'll take it. Like, if I say, for example, I'm going to my friend's house and say her mum was coming at the same time, I'm taking the shopping from her. I'm not going to be carrying my handbag but again, these are just the way I'm culturally
This is it.
inclined.
This is exactly how it was. Sorry to cut you.
Yeah, sorry. So I don't think that people necessarily should be like. I don't think if someone has an offer, they should necessarily be like you're a bad wife. You don't know what's going on. You don't actually know what's going on with that person. Do you get what I mean?
true.
But at the same time, I know that personally, I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess to me, my thing is everybody, like, you go for job interviews, for example, yeah. You wear your best suit, for example, your best cologne, spray, this, that, and the third. You look sharp because you want to make a good impression. Because to you, you know, first impressions mean a lot.
Yeah.
Why not put in even more for the family that you want to get into?
Because you know, it feels like you're auditioning, and that gets tiring.
But why are you doing it so many times? Do it one time.
Because niggas ain't shit. What the heck? What kind of question is that?
Holes and tricks.
You think if men were peeping the women they want to be with and settling down and not wasting our time, you think you think women want to be jumping around and
No, but the
meeting
thing is,
different mums?
men are not just readily inviting different women to their parents, though.
I'm surprised. Some men, it means nothing to them, you know. Because a lot of women, because in women, women kingdom, we think me and the mum, is a significant thing.
Yes.
But some guys, they don't respect their mum because me, there's no, like, I feel like me and your mum, it's a big, it's a thing. Do you get me? It should be a big
thing
deal
to us as well, though.
But some guys, and these are conversations I've had, like, because I've had male friends here be like, oh yeah, she was at my house, she met my mum. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's it. They're like, no, that it don't mean anything.
No.
Some mums know different girls that
That's
coming
true.
in
That's true.
and down the yard.
In my entire life, I've only introduced my mom to 3 girls.
Look at that. But I think maybe that's because,
That's it.
to be fair, I will say though, the kind of guys I'm talking about they're not African. Someone
there you go.
let
Exactly.
that, let's just stay
you
there.
go. Yeah, we have a bit more respect and reverence for our parents, man.
Yeah.
In this particular way, innit?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so I can't
Just
be wasting their
bringing
time with that.
girls in my house willy-nilly. Like,
You know what I'm
mum,
saying?
meet this mum. Nah.
No, exactly.
It's long.
Yeah, my mum hasn't met a man.
There you go. Because you care. It means something
Yeah,
to you.
like if you meet my mum, you'll marry me.
There you go.
I know
There
what
you
you're talking about, but
Facts.
sir,
Yeah.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So what about greeting? So for example, obviously, I guess in Yoruba, since we're all Yoruba here,
Yeah.
the women come in, greet, kneel,
yeah.
stuff like that. Do you feel like that is a necessity in today's day and age?
I think if your mum is Yoruba, I'm inclined to do that anyway. When I meet adults who are Nigerian, I do that anyway. just because I know that's the culture. Like I can't. I'm not gonna do a handshake.
I'm not gonna
My
lie,
ancestors, my grandma will be turning in her grave.
thinking my parents has never really prompted me to do that. You know, I never done to my parents.
Really okay.
And when guests come, if it's a guest that my parents want me to show extra respect to, they'll
You know those ones.
they'll give me a little pep talk before.
Yes.
Grandma's coming, so when she comes, make sure you.
Make sure you do.
Yeah. But besides that, my parents never really enforced it on us.
Okay.
That's the same with us, actually.
Yeah.
They didn't really like us do it like to them.
Yeah.
Not really. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
not-
saying? But to everybody else,
Yeah.
everybody else, yeah, 100%.
See, I was raised by my grandparents, so my grandparents are very, very cultural. Like,
Yeah.
my grandma, my grandma loves to show that her children, like she's raised them the right year, but she loves it. So she'd be like, so basically, I remember like there's moments where people be like, say I give them in Yoruba, they're like, like Ogbo Yoruba, like you understand? And my grandma would be like, yes. All my grandma loved. She was a joker. She absolutely loved it. Like for her, it's like I get to show off that yes, like I've raised them the proper culture and blah blah. But if I meet someone's mum and they're Nigerian and stuff, yeah, I would. But again, though, there are some people that I meet who I know that they're not fussy about stuff like that, so it's okay. Do you get me? Like I've got certain friends, their parents don't need me to do all of that, but I still kind of do like a little. I don't go all the way to the ground, but I still kind of do it out of habit.
Yeah.
But then over time, you get to know them. You know they don't really care about stuff like that.
I remember one time my dad was acting brand new.
No, that's the one.
So I've never like curtsied or kneel down to my dad ever, right? I remember one time at my sister's daughter's naming.
Yeah.
Right. So obviously a bunch of his friends are around.
Yeah.
I got over the handshake. Like I normally do, nigga.
He about to dress you down.
And this nigga was acting brand new. He didn't want to take my hand. I extended my hand to him and he looked at me like, I said, don't.
You're going to embarrass me in front
Don't
of
you
your friend.
pretend. Nigga.
No, but he's looking at you like you're going to embarrass me in front of my friend.
No, but he's acting brand new because this is what we do all the time.
Yeah.
So now suddenly you're around your friends, you want to start acting like this is not what we do.
My mum does that as well sometimes.
Stop
I'm
pretending.
thinking,
They all do it.
stop the cat, man.
Stop
Mum will
pretending.
be like, oh, like, don't be speaking English. I'm like, first of all, ma'am, this is how we talk in this house. But I don't know what it is. They get those moments where they want to act up with their friends and like,
that's it.
so like, stop it, man.
In a moment, you're
Showing
acting
up in front of your little friends.
Exactly. Don't show off. Don't show off.
Don't be showing up in front of your little friends.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that.
Come on.
No,
Behave
it's funny,
yourself.
man. But I love the culture. Honestly, I absolutely love it.
If you're dating Yoruba people, do you feel like you need to give them a pep talk? Or do you think, I can trust this
I'm
guy
not
to do
gonna lie,
it right?
Don't leave anything to chance.
Wait, say that again, sorry.
Do you feel like you need to give, say you're dating a Yoruba guy, do you feel like you need to give him a prep talk in terms of like how to greet, how to do certain things?
I think if you respect and love your partner and you know what your parents is like, you would.
Even if he's Yoruba, yeah?
Yeah, 'cause I think even if if it's Yoruba, sorry, if you did nothing to do that, that's really your own. That's sorry, no. I think if it's like a different culture,
Okay.
for example, like Jamaicans I know will call like someone by the name.
Yeah.
Babes.
Never.
Call my mum auntie.
100%.
Do you get me? So I just think there's certain things that if you love your partner and you know that your family might take offense to it, babes, like do this
Yeah,
kind of
100%.
thing.
You have to.
You have to, man. I just think
remember.
I'm looking up for my partner.
100%. I dated a Jamaican girl before,
Yeah.
Did the same thing. I was like, when you go in, you kneel. I'll show you how to do it. 100%.
I think
every
it's
single
nice.
every person that she saw,
Yeah.
she knew that's the protocol. Do it. You know what I'm saying? We don't accept anything less.
Yeah, 'cause I think sometimes people have this argument. They're like, oh, like, but that's your tradition. But I'll be honest with you. I think that if you love somebody and you want to be with someone, you're not just marrying into like their family. You're marrying into their culture as well. Like,
100%.
so you can't disrespect my culture. Talking about, well, that's your culture. I don't need to.
Yeah,
Alright, that's fine then.
That's yeah.
Just know
100%.
they're not gonna like you for generations to come.
There you go. But to be honest with you, that's something that I can't bend with though. If someone says, "Well, that's your culture," I don't need to do that.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
why
not
should I
into
kneel down? They're not God. You hear people say those things, right?
Yeah.
I'll explain to you one time. If you don't want to take it, then obviously we're not going to work. That's how I see it. You know what I'm
So
saying?
people are
'Cause
saying
culture
that-
is everything to me.
That's it. Culture's everything to me as well. But people are saying that I made that Caribbean thing up. I didn't, because I've had Caribbean friends here where I've gone and called their mums like auntie blah blah, and they've told me that oh no don't call. Maybe not everyone does it. I get
Yeah,
that.
of course not. Yeah.
But I've had people say to me, oh no don't call her auntie because she's not your auntie. I said well
Wow.
damn.
Oh, as in call like a.
Like I called their mum, my Caribbean friend's mum auntie. My friend's like, oh no, it's fine. You don't have to call her auntie.
Just call me Sandra. It's okay.
Yeah. But you know, some mums would be like, oh, no, honey, call me Sandra.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, hi, Sandra. They'd be like, oh, she can even call me Sandra. Can you imagine? She called me Sandra. It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, but obviously, people, man, like, you know, it's like people just take something and just run with it. Obviously, we don't mean all Caribbean families. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. Come on, I don't know if you want to beat me.
Obviously, but from experience, some people are like that. You know what I'm saying? Their culture is very different to Yoruba culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can't conceive of mentioning the name. On many occasions, you won't find out the name till 2 years later. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know.
Some of them,
It's
their
just
parents'
auntie and
names, you
uncle.
know.
Who's that?
Like-
yeah, I don't know anyone's name.
You know what I'm saying? It's just auntie and uncle.
Yeah.
God forbid it's an emergency. We'll be looking at each other. I always think that. Like, if it's an emergency, I have to tell, I say, and the police is like, okay, what's their name?
No, but remember, we
called her auntie.
call uncle by their first child's name.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I always feel bad for the other kids, you know. Like, people just be calling you, because like, sometimes people in Nigeria call my mum, so my older brother's name's Alex. Like, oh, mummy Alex.
Yeah.
But I kind of made it in there. I was
yeah.
like the first girl, so it's like,
Yeah.
oh, mummy Esther.
Mummy Esther, yeah,
But
yeah.
my other siblings, I'm like, sorry to y'all.
Yeah.
They don't even know y'all exist. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Or uncle, whatever his surname is. That's in my family anyway.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
it would be auntie, whatever her surname is, uncle, whatever his name is, and then
Yeah,
or the
that's true.
Okay.
child.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true,
I don't know
actually, yeah, that's the
anyone's
thing.
name.
Yeah. I think I really upset the Caribbeans. Yo!
Wow,
Yeah.
what the Caribbeans say?
Because I said that over there they call people by their first names.
And also, I think it's because someone said about how, obviously, to us, we don't obviously bring loads of people to see our parents.
No, we didn't say that. That wasn't at them.
Yo, drop your flag in the comments, man. Let's
Where are you from?
Yeah, let's see where everyone's from in the chat, man.
Yeah, guys. No, I was talking about the Caribbean people
Drop your flag,
friends
drop
that
your
I've
flag.
had.
Yeah.
And I've just just called their mums aunties.
Yeah.
And like, oh no, it's fine. I don't call her auntie. Like one of my friends actually said to me, like, oh no, like she even this is why I got the tea from, because she said to me, we Caribbeans, if you're not directly related, you don't call them auntie. So that's why I got this. I thought, oh, okay, maybe all Caribbeans do this kind of thing. But
Yeah.
don't fight me.
And
I know
even
you're
in
like
my
to
own
tussle.
experience, like I said, I dated a Jamaican person. I don't want to say the dad's name, but they just introduced me like, oh, let's just say his name's
Andre.
Andre.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hello, I'm Andre. I can't call you Andre. I
Do you
can't
know,
do
do
it.
you know what's weird though? That culture is so ingrained in me to the point where, like, even when I'm at work,
Yes, even
really?
yes, yeah.
I don't call them by the names. So basically, I
can't.
avoid it. So say like,
Yeah, there's bare Jamaicans in here, man.
oh, we got the Jamaicans.
100%.
So they even said, "Where's Brent?"
That nigga Trinidadian.
First of all, but no. So like, even at work here, it's to the point where I can't even call them. I feel so rude. Because you know they're like older Yoruba women.
Yeah.
I feel so rude.
Yeah, I can't do it. I remember one time, one of my mum's friends that I've not seen for years, right?
Yeah.
She must have came to my workplace, innit?
Yeah.
But she was doing something there anyway. But she was working, part of
Yeah.
her job, innit? And she's like, oh, Sharon, da 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 da. So I went and greeted her proper dobale, yeah? And then she's like, oh, no. I was thinking. And then later,
Yeah.
my mom's like, oh, did you see Auntie so-and-so? I was like, yeah. She said that, obviously you said it in a kind of joking way, but it's like, kind of embarrassed her at work, innit? Because obviously I was greeting
Yes,
her.
they do that as well, yeah.
Of course, 100%. I can't, just because we're in a different setting, I can't put my hand out to you. I can't call you
people
by
are
your English name, whatever name you want to use. I can't do it.
The Caucasians was before she was royalty.
Innit?
You were
Also,
like
did you
subject.
not ever call your? I'm not sure if you have older siblings. Did you call your older siblings by their first name, or did you put like a
Brother
Yeah.
or
sister in front of it?
My grandma tried to do that in my household.
Yeah.
My brother was like, stop that. Stop the foolishness.
Did it?
She tried to do a prefix. A brother Alex. We said,
No, in my household, my older sister, we had to put sis in front.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, my household we didn't.
I'm the oldest,
Sister Abby.
so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But some people's names it flows. But I think because so basically I haven't called my brother Alex for the long. I still call him Alex to this day, right? Then my grandma all of a sudden in one of her act up moments, it's like, we don't even have manners. You're calling your brother Alex like that. Start calling him brother Alex. I said, brother Alex. Is that, bruv? And even he was like,
Yeah, he was like
so
that.
what we did, we basically said, okay, when grandma's here,
Call him brother Alex.
we'll do that. But the thing is, it was so like unnatural. I'd be like, Alex, brother Alex. It was just not that. Eventually, my grandma got used to it because it's like, ma'am, stop making a scene, man.
no,
Stop it.
My parents decided to introduce that later on. It
Yeah.
wasn't like from the beginning.
Okay,
But
see?
for some reason, we just got used to it. And it
What's her
just became
name?
a
What
thing.
was it? What do you call her?
Sister Abby.
Certain names are
It works. Yeah.
Because I've got a cousin, but I call her cousin Abby. Do you know what I mean? So my cousin, so my two oldest cousins, cousin Abby, cousin Yemi.
Yeah.
That's what we call them.
Okay.
They've got but certain names just
certain names it
work.
flows, innit?
It
Yeah.
falls.
Yeah.
Cool, like my sister's like, and then she tries to say my sister called me Sister Esther. I said, don't you dare. Don't you dare. I sound like a nun.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it sounds like a nun.
You sound like a nun.
No. Even like my niece, when I had my niece, obviously now she calls me Auntie Esther. But when I was like, no, call me Auntie S, because it just sounds so like old. Like my name is quite vintage as it is. Don't do that.
That's a vintage, you know.
Yeah, we got a lot of Nigerians in here. Got loads of Ghanaians. I see a Trinidad and a Jamaican. Yeah, I've seen a lot of.
So what would you want your kids' friends to call you? Miss Esther? I just give it slavery. No, I would want them to be like, yeah,
Mr. So and so.
Yeah, Miss Esther.
No, just call me uncle, man.
Yeah, exactly, uncle. Yeah.
Actually, just call me, yeah.
Unc.
That's more of a.
But sometimes if they're like white and stuff, like it's kind of weird.
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
I'm auntie to all.
Yeah, but I find it kind of weird because I wouldn't.
Really?
I wouldn't call a white man Uncle Bill.
I can. Because you know,
true.
you got,
Maybe if I know him from
I do,
yeah, maybe
you know,
if I know him from like 2 years old or something.
no, but
maybe.
I've got some
But
aunties
still, it's
that are
weird.
married, like the interracial. They're married to white men.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
even
okay,
like
yeah,
one of
yeah,
my
that's
uncles,
true.
he's married to his wife is Chinese.
Okay.
I call her auntie.
Yeah, that's different.
Because this is girl. This is what we do over here. So
yeah. I think that's different. Though. But say it's your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Bill.
yeah.
You know, so weird, yeah. You
That's
know
true.
the words auntie and uncle.
Mm.
To me, they're black words.
Yeah.
I'm being dead serious.
Black-owned.
I'm being dead serious. Auntie to me is a black word for
Yeah.
black people to use.
Yeah.
I can't imagine why people are using the word auntie.
Yeah.
It's been so. What's the word? Blackanized.
It's a black one.
It's a black word, man.
It's something else.
Last thing I'm gonna ask you guys, yeah. In terms of like I guess greeting and not so much I guess helping in the kitchen and stuff like that, but greeting.
Yeah.
If your partners are against the greeting in the Yoruba way, right? Because like I said, they're like, I'm a Christian. Some people say this. I'm a Christian, I bow only to God.
Yeah.
I'm a Muslim, I bow only to God.
Yeah.
This, that, and the third.
Well, that's so annoying.
Is that something that could be like a, relationship done? Is it that serious?
For me, not wanting to greet in a certain way is not a red flag if you've got your own justification behind it, innit? And especially if my parents or whatever elder it is not going to be offended by it,
Yeah.
then it doesn't really have to be issues. For example, my parents don't really care about that stuff in it. So if my girl didn't want to do it, it wouldn't really be an issue.
Yeah.
But if they did want her to do it and she didn't want to do it and there's a conflict there, that's when we have to have some type of conflict resolution.
Yeah.
But it's not, I don't think it's a deal breaker for me now.
Yeah, I don't think it's a deal breaker. I think, because obviously my mum, my family, they're not really big on all of that anyway. For them, just acknowledge that. Do you know what I mean? It's not like if we're present somewhere and then you don't acknowledge them, that's a bigger thing to do. That's a bigger issue in my family. But we're like hugs and kisses and that kind of vibe anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's really, it's fine. But I think that, also my grandparents have passed away now, but I think my grandparents, if they were alive, I can't lie to you, we don't see my grandparents often. And I know that their mindset is different to that of my mum, right? So I can't lie, you can compromise and do it once every few months that we see them. Do you get what I mean? But I don't think it will be a red flag. I think I wouldn't be with someone, this is why I want to date Nigerian and Yoruba. But I think as long as you're not disrespecting my culture, I don't think anything's a red flag. Because I can understand that if you're not comfortable with something, the same way my grandma wanted me to call my brother.
Yeah.
If you're not used to something, it can be just a bit difficult.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think as long as you're not disrespecting my culture, I'm cool.
And when you now become parents and your children are looking to get married and stuff, how does that matter to you? Like if they greet you, if they don't greet you, are you looking for them to greet you?
As in the traditional way, as in leaning down and stuff.
Not at all.
Nah, because I'm going to raise my children to know that this is how traditionally people greet, right? I'm going to raise my children with a lot of the culture. This is why, again, I want to marry someone who's Nigerian Yoruba, because it needs to come, we need that fullness, that wholeness kind of thing, just so I'm not the only one doing it and they don't be forgetting stuff. Do you get what I mean? But it's not going to be a big deal to me because it's not a big deal with my mum.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't think it's a big deal, but they are aware. But I think also your kids kind of need to understand as well that just because at home you don't have to kneel for mum, doesn't mean when we go out,
This is it.
and you meet other elders, it's not what you do. You still do it. Because when I see other aunties and uncles, I still do a courtesy. Do you get what I mean? Just because it's traditionally, that's what's done.
Facts.
So I think I would raise my children that way.
But the thing is, you're forgetting, as time goes on,
Yeah.
our parents' generation, sad to say, are going to be all gone, innit?
Yeah.
So the aunties and uncles you speak of
who they're doing it
are going to
for.
be your friends
Yeah.
and your cousins who are our generation.
Yeah.
So do they care about whether your kids
That's
are going to...
true.
You know what I mean?
And,
I think- Sorry, I think they will have some people who care. Because I can't lie, if I meet my friends, if I know one of my friends is raising a child with the traditions and the culture, I think you can teach them at home, but you get to practice when you're outside. Do you know what I mean? The best practice now is when you're outside of the home, right?
Yeah.
So if I knew that one of my friends is raising her children the way I'm raising my children, with knowing about the culture, knowing the traditions, stuff like that, if they greet me, I'd want them to do that. Absolutely. But if they don't do it, I'm not fighting you. I'm not going to be upset or anything. But I just think it's a good way to... I think that's a good way to keep the culture alive. And I think that's the thing with our generation.
And this is what I was going to say. Like, even though we're saying, oh, you know what, our generation may not care as much, it matters to me that we keep our culture, right?
Yeah.
Bare of us, like, it's kind of watered down if we're being honest, right?
Yeah.
Being in the UK, in America, and certain places, right? If the language goes, the greeting goes, what else is there?
You know what it is? I was going to ask about what things, because I think certain things have been watered down already. I think the greeting's been watered down.
100%.
Yeah.
Even back home, sorry.
Yeah.
Even back home.
Even speaking a language is more down.
What
100%.
Nigerian traditions or Yoruba traditions do you guys not really like and wouldn't carry on practicing?
Don't like... Okay, so there's one, okay. You know the idea, so basically, traditionally, right? Parents, it's like adults are automatically right. The tradition that you can say anything you want to your child, and you don't think you need to apologize because you're the parents. Foolishness. That I will not be carrying on at all. Not even in the slightest. Do you get me? So I think it's more to do with how they interact with their children, how they see children. I feel like with traditionally, your children are seen and not heard. Do you get me? So your opinion doesn't matter. You get shut down. It's just, do you know what I mean? Not being given a voice, not too much of a voice because you don't pay no bills in here. But it's like there's certain things that you would have wanted to express to your parents that they probably misunderstood. Do you get what I mean? That you can't, just because you can't talk back. Even something like, imagine you got siblings and you get in trouble for something. You didn't do it. But because you're not allowed to talk back, you're out here chopping insults for something you didn't even do. Do you get what I mean? Because if you say, no, I didn't do it, it's like, don't talk back when I'm talking. Don't talk when I'm... Do you get what I mean? So I think for me, it's more those things in terms of how you... Because I think it defines your relationship you have with your children as you go on. Do you get what I mean? So for me, it's more things like that than anything else. I think traditional wise, also, I'm not going to be focusing on just my daughters. I'm not going to raise my daughters to be good wives and my sons to just exist. I'm going to raise my sons to be good husbands and my daughters to be good. So in my household, everybody, there's no chore that's for a woman.
But Esther, that's not a Yoruba thing though. That's just sometimes some parents prioritize something over the other. You know what I'm saying? Because look at your brother now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was raised to be a good husband. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. So that's not a Yoruba thing. That's just some parents are.
Yeah, but again, I'm
lax.
Yoruba. So anything I talk about will always be from my, because things that happened are from in my Yoruba household. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So I don't know whether Igbo households do this. I mean, actually they do. I have Igbo friends, they do. But I think when I talk about things, it will always be from the perspective of my household that is Black, African, Nigerian, Yoruba. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure other people do it as well and all that kind of stuff. But as for me, my household, that's what we finna do. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. But off the top of my head, a lot of the things, I can't think of anything really that is, I guess, unique to Yoruba culture that I don't want to carry on.
Okay.
If I'm being honest with you.
Yeah. I love the culture, man.
Yeah, same.
Is there anything you can think of?
What about taking something and giving something with your left hand?
Because people be left-handed, man.
That's something that you even think about, let's be honest. So
it pops into my head.
like if you said to me, you pass me this and I gave it to my left, you wouldn't even clock.
No, I wouldn't think about it.
Yeah,
I think that I would be fine with because people are left-handed. I just thought of one though. So sometimes my little sister, she don't really know the culture that much. That girl is, I don't know, she's something else. So say for example, so when I was growing up, say you wanted to go up the stairs and your dad was coming down.
Yeah,
what would you do?
I would wait for him to come.
Yeah.
My sister, me and her.
They must talk about.
I said, do you want to tell you, she's coming to squeeze. What was I going to fall down these stairs? Yeah. And I'm going to slap you on top of it because what are you doing? So even it's little things like that where I have to say to her, I'm like, that is rude. I'm like, first of all, you wait till the adult comes. I still do it with my mum.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, what the hell? Yeah. She literally, she does that. And also as well, another thing she does, she butts into conversations.
Oh, yeah.
Adults will be talking. She'll be like, I think.
What? Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Who said you have to think?
What? When I was growing up, like, you know what's mad here? When I was growing up here, you couldn't even look as though you were listening.
100%.
Like,
100%.
basically, this is what we used to do in my household, So, say adults were talking, you get up and you leave. Like, you don't stay in the vicinity of this conversation for the spirit to then lead you to add to the conversation. What do you think? My little sister will be, actually, no, it's because...
How funny that is.
But you know what? Caribbean's like that as well, though.
Okay.
Because they don't allow younger people, generally anyway.
Yeah.
Especially if there's that respect, right? They don't allow like the younger lot to be butting into grown people's business. I think that's a black thing.
Hold on, but would you interject now in your parents' conversation?
I wouldn't. If it doesn't involve me, no.
I don't know. Sometimes tea can involve me, and I know more tea than they do.
But if it does involve you, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because you know what? I think
I'm not gonna lie. I'm butting in now.
No, I'm not. Yeah, because you know what? Because now, the conversation includes me.
It's changed, man.
That's what I'm saying. If it does involve you,
it's
then
inclusive,
okay.
Yeah. But if they're talking, but there's certain things that I wouldn't butt into. But if it's a conversation where they know that I know about, like, I think the way conversation is, you can tell that you're included in it. You might not be talking anything, but if you said something, it wouldn't be a thing.
Exactly.
But there's certain conversations that they're having
that you know.
I'm not getting up because I can't lie to you. I'm not about to burn calories. I'm sitting right here, but I won't butt in because it's still rude. Do you get what I mean? Because even sometimes I butt into, not butt in, but I add my little 2 cents to it. They receive it. I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have. But then I think it's just because it's my conditioning.
Yeah, no. If they're talking about something that I'm privy to, and I'm in the room and they're not stopping talking while I'm here, then I guess you're giving me the green light.
Oh, Gina just said you can't walk across people's legs. Yes. Now, so you say like how my leg, your legs out like that, and I cross your legs.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah. No,
they were contact into your ass. What?
What else
they say to cross back. I told my little sister, I'm like, cross back. They say, excuse me, please.
Exactly.
And then you go.
Exactly.
But these younger kids don't have no manners.
But see, these are the things about the culture that I like, though.
Yes.
Because I feel like there needs to be a healthy divide between that generation and us. Yeah. I don't believe in the, be friends. Like, be friends. Like,
yeah, I'm approachable. You can talk to me about stuff.
Exactly. But we're not boys like that. There needs to be that. There's a certain line you shouldn't be able to step over.
I can think of the word in Yoruba. I can't think of it in English though. It's like anrifi.
But the thing is,
when you're taking someone for like you think we're age mates kind of thing.
Exactly, yeah.
No.
Okay, no, I hear that.
Yeah, man, I'm not for that, man. There needs to be that divide. I feel like that's probably some of the problems. Some of the problems.
He's giving me strict Africa dad.
Who? Emman.
Yeah. I don't think I'll be fully
black.
Huh?
Like his kids are gonna be so pro black.
100%.
They're gonna be leading the ACSs in the uni and stuff. They're gonna have to be. Someone said, sorry, go on.
No, go on.
Gin and Jis is killing me. She said, what's it called? I'm talking and you're talking. How many talkers? It's so true. But then someone said, who is it? Register said, sometimes we act like we hate children in our cultures, man. So many rules. Do you know what? But I think it's beneficial rules. There's 100%. Certain rules I think, like your rule where, your child can't tell you how they feel when you shut them down and children don't have a voice, stuff like that. I think that is oppression. Yeah. But these things are just good manners because do you know how many people, even in adults, I see in public, obviously not, so anyway, yeah, adults I see in public from any culture actually, and they just be butting into people's conversations. I'm like, who was talking to you?
This is what I'm saying. Because it wasn't raised right. This is it.
Nah, man. Certain things have you run.
What about the culture of inconveniencing your kids, man? And like sending me to the shop to buy a week's worth of shopping, no cab.
Just
like, no,
legs, man.
Just me and my legs holding on to 8 shopping bags, bruv.
Yeah, that, no.
And then you know the handle. The handles is on it's stretched and it's digging into my fingers, bruv. And I got to stop every 10 minutes for rest.
Yeah, I think there's that culture as well. Because you know what? I'll be honest with you. I think the older generation have this kind of low-key, it's giving bullying. Where it's like, I'm older, so I don't get to do anything anymore because it's like basically, people, I feel like older generation, they gave birth, they said, there's my dishwasher. there's my driver.
Yeah.
There's my cleaner. Like they saw you and said, yeah, life is gonna be easy for me now because since you're
Oh
gone,
yes.
I'm not here for that.
Yeah.
Even the whole they'll call you to the room to get the remote control that's in the room that they're in.
Do you know my granddad would do?
What's that?
My granddad, yeah. So say for example, someone else can be in front, like right in his presence.
Mm-hmm.
So go and get Esther for me. Esther can be next door playing with her friends. Then they'll come and get me. Then I'll come, he'll be like, oh, can you get my briefcase, please? But the person that you asked to come and get me
Yeah.
could have got
Could
it.
have done it. Yeah.
But I think, to be fair, I think with certain things, I started to realize that it's more about like trust. Not that they didn't trust other people, but it's more like it's in a weird way is their way of showing love. Of like, oh, like you're someone I can depend on, or I want you to do this for me. It's like it's a weird way, but it's like it's them kind of being drawing close to you.
Facts.
In their own kind of way. Do you get me? So we like my granddad, him, obviously we'll ask different people, but sometimes we'll be like, oh, can you get me this person? And then that person will come and be like, oh, can you get my briefcase for me? And then be like, okay, this is the code to open it.
Yeah.
This man was well and able. He's a very smart man, worked in military, like he's smart.
Yeah.
But it's like one of those things where like, I guess, I don't know, in their weird way, it's just allowing you that you're doing something for them.
100%.
It's a weird way of like showing love, I guess.
Yeah. Here's one for you, man. So you're eating. You finish your eba and your whatever. Do you get your kids to bring you the water to wash your hands, or do you go to the bathroom?
Within 2 minutes, it needs to be there.
Wait, say it again. Wait, say it again.
That's what I'm saying. Eman's old school. He said, within 2 minutes, the water has to be there.
What, when
Eman
you finish your...
What's that?
And then where's the glove?
Eman is there like...
Yeah? It's like they've been washing their hands while they're still chewing the meat. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
But it's like this power thing. They'll be like...
Yeah. No.
And then my grandma did this.
No,
What is this?
no, that's my dad. I'm there with the bowl like this. I put on the table. He's just there like...
Yes.
And then where's the hand towel?
No, where's the napkin?
Yeah.
Where's the napkin?
Oh yeah.
Yes. don't, I'm not a pigeon. Don't shoo me away. Nah, man, it's
And then
hilarious.
You take
man.
The tray, innit?
the tray.
Do you know what? And they always ate on the tray. Do you know what's so funny though? My granddad said you brought them food, yeah, and you didn't bring the water. So you want to choke and down this food.
Yeah.
So, and then also my granddad, so if you brought the what his washing hand bowl, yeah. If the water was too much, you'd be like, I didn't ask for bath water.
You've always like a bucket.
Bruv.
No, you know what? Dude, I'm
It's
joking.
funny, man.
He must have within 2 minutes, you know. That water must be there.
No, I wouldn't, you know.
That'd be so funny. I wish I could experience that side of things, but time's gone.
Yeah, the time's changed.
You can bring it back, you know.
Nah, man. My husband was shy for me.
But you know what the thing is, yeah? I just prefer to go to the sink and wash my hands. I just prefer it.
Yeah,
But
'cause it's cleaner.
clearing my plate and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do that.
No, but I'll be honest with you. No, but you're going to the kitchen, take your plate.
Yeah, but I may not like. Let's just say it's jollof rice, for example, and I'm using spoon.
Okay, yeah.
Right. I don't need to go and
Go
wash my
wash-
hands
yeah,
and
yeah,
do
yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
So,
Hold on. So, Eman, so your kids are upstairs doing homework, playing PlayStation, whatever, yeah? And you're in the living room eating your food, yeah? So you just, because you're the man and you're the dad, you
You
can't
ring his
just
little
go into
bell.
the kitchen and take your plate. They have to come and do it for you.
I finished.
2 minutes. No, I'm joking. No, but see,
But
No,
is
not
that
at all.
But is that because you want to instill something in them, or you're just abusing your power and being lazy?
it's everything that I would do.
I
To
thought you were
me,
going to say everything.
no, everything I would do is basically to teach them something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
know
you
what
want to instill some type of
100%.
values in them.
Yeah, 100%. But I wouldn't call you to come take my plate. I wouldn't
Yeah,
do
if
that.
you're there,
If
because I'll be
you're
honest,
there,
I
for
do it
example.
with my mum now. The other
Exactly,
day, yeah.
still.
This younger generation. Oh, they're finished. So my little sister, yeah, she and my mum were eating in the living room. They finished eating, right? Well, I think my mum even made the food for her.
Yeah.
They finished eating, cool, whatever. My mum is calm, like where say I'm in the living room and she makes like she serves my food, she'll bring it for me. Like it's, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cool. She and my mum finished eating. I was upstairs. I came downstairs. I see like so the basket was clear, but I see one little plate in there. So my man, I'm like, oh, okay, this is her plate. Tell me why this little heifer. My mum had finished eating,
Yeah.
but she just got up, took her plate, went to the kitchen, washed it, and then that was it.
And that was it.
And the mum was like, okay, take my plate to the kitchen. She took my mum's plate to the kitchen and just left it on the side.
Oh, yeah,
I said, come here. I
I
said,
forgot
so-
about that. That is an offence.
I said,
you
come here.
can't
I
do
said,
that.
so who's gonna wash that? Like, do you? So I said, okay, walk me through this. In your mind, do you really think mum should get up, and come and wash it. So now you people are jokers, man.
Yeah,
see?
yeah.
You guys are
See?
jokers.
Criminal.
I can't
Criminal.
tolerate that. I can't do it, man.
It's shocking behavior.
No, that is a criminal offence.
There's no way I could see you. You've got up, taking your plate, and my plate is finished, and you just walk past it. That's when I'll call you
I'll
back.
trip you up.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
100%.
I hear that.
And whatever you
Trip
do
you
to your plate, do to my plate.
Yeah.
Unless you're leaving it to the side.
Yeah, I don't get that because even to be fair, even when we have visitors though, I actually do the thing where like I will serve them the food, and then I will come back when I feel like they've finished eating, and I will take their plates away and do all that stuff. Do you get what I mean?
Exactly.
But the thing is, we all had to learn this though, because there was a point in time when we probably all done that.
Yeah.
Like, not washed our parents' plate, and they're like, look at me like, why haven't you washed my plate? I
How
think-
dare you dare me?
Yeah,
But we learned it.
Yeah, we learned
you know what I'm
early,
saying?
Early, yeah, and that's the thing.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Part of the culture is good, man. I'm here for it. I absolutely love it. Absolutely here for it.
Trip
But
down
all
memory
right.
lane.
Second,
I said a trip down memory lane. innit?
trip down memory lane. But all right, let's get into our next headlines.
All right. So, our next headline. Pardon me. Don't know why my laptop is misbehaving. See, it's because this laptop didn't get home training. It's too westernized.
What? Sir, you have one. Hold on, let me put the camera on me first. You have one more strike left. Because the beginning, that little thing.
You
you done,
wildin' today.
and this,
Yeah.
you got one more strike
And that's
until
an
you're out
iPad.
of this room. What was that?
It's even an iPad. He did all of that. Yeah. You might got one more strike.
All right. You know what's funny about this next headline?
What?
And then we'll get into it.
All right.
It's about Nigeria, isn't it?
Oh,
Here we go.
All right. So the Emirates Airlines,
yeah, sorry, actually.
they're not messing with Nigeria anymore, man.
I wonder why.
On Thursday, they announced the suspension of its flight operations in Nigeria from September 1st of this year.
Oh,
They
damn.
said the suspension became necessary following its inability to repatriate its funds from Nigeria. International carriers operating in Nigeria have repeatedly complained about their inability to repatriate funds to their home countries. They have apparently raised this concern on many occasions with officials of the Federal Ministry of Aviation, as well as those at the Finance Ministry. Blocked funds belonging to these airlines have risen to about $600 million, as this is due to the inability of the Central Bank of Nigeria to make the United States dollar available for the carriers to repatriate. In its statement on Thursday, Emirates Airlines stated it had tried every avenue to address our ongoing challenges in repatriating funds from Nigeria, and we have made considerable efforts to initiate dialogue with the relevant authorities for their urgent intervention to help find a viable solution. Regrettably, there has been no progress. Therefore, Emirates has taken the difficult decision to suspend all flights to and from Nigeria effective September 1st, 2022, to limit further losses and impact on our operational costs that continue to accumulate in the market. They also added, "We sincerely regret the inconvenience caused to our customers. However, the circumstances are beyond our control at this stage. We will be working to help impacted customers make alternative travel arrangements wherever possible. We remain keen to serve Nigeria, and our operations provide much needed connectivity for Nigerian travelers, providing access to trade and tourism opportunities to Dubai and to our broader network of over 130 destinations." It, however, noted that if there are any positive developments in the coming days regarding Emirates' blocked funds in Nigeria, the airline would, of course, reevaluate its decision. So yeah, man, Nigeria messing up.
The situation with Nigeria though is crazy because even like, it's just all mad. I think, to be fair, I think it started with the whole NSARS thing though, because I think people
Oh, sorry.
donating the people donating money, I think, and all that during that time. I remember that the government tried to make it very, very difficult for people to just donate money. So, and I know that now that over there, when you send money, you kind of send it in dollars or something.
That was it.
Yeah, so basically that's how they change money now. It's all really, really, really a mess over there.
Yeah, it's a shame.
So I just,
It's a
yeah.
shame. You just see like how this mismanagement of funds, mismanagement of the economy, industries, everything is just, it's starting to just get worse and worse and worse.
My mom was telling me the other day that there was I don't have the exact all the details, but she was saying how basically some government funds are missing again,
Of course.
and they've been asked why, where it is. They said, "Are you ready for the reason?"
Oh my
It's something
gosh.
like because you know in Nigeria the money is always vulgar, like something 700 million naira, something always vulgar like that.
Yeah.
Do you know why the money's missing? What happened?
What happened?
Termites ate it.
Oh my goodness.
Termites ate the money. Then they've said to them they need to produce the termites, because at this point the termites are getting so much money, they need to be looking like cats.
Isn't it? Exactly.
That country, yeah. I actually just cannot.
Oh man.
I actually cannot. I think another time they claimed that a goat was eating the money. Like, stop it, man.
The snake as well. Did you hear about the snake?
Yes.
It's too much, man. When are they going to behave themselves, though?
I hate to say it. Hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't think it's possible. I think the only way is with the separation. But unfortunately, the separation is going to bring about so much war. It's going to be war. Then I think maybe it will be like a calm after the storm. I think that's the only way. And even with that, like, we have to be so strict so that history does not repeat itself. Do you get what I mean? But honestly, where I'm standing right now, I wish I could say I had hope. I have no expectations.
Do you know what? Funny, yeah. I was watching something yesterday. There was one Ifa priest, Babalawo, who was talking about, obviously, his faith and this, that, and that, right? And he was talking about Nigeria and how, obviously, over the, however many years it was, we obviously adopted Christianity and Islam and things of that nature, right? And he was saying, listen, this is the reason, at least from his perspective, this is how he saw it. This is the reason why there's corruption. Yeah. Because when presidents come in, they swear by what? The Bible. Yeah. They swear by the Quran, and nothing happens. Yeah. But let them go in there and swear by Ogun.
They would what?
And Sonko.
The worst we're begging. Pretty Patel were asking to bring refugees to Nigeria because we're that together.
Oh my!
No, honestly, no. Do you know what? It's true, because I think, unfortunately, religion has just become a thing of It's a thing of corruption. People have used it as the easiest way of corruption. Do you get what I mean? Like, you get people be like, "Oh, I've lost my job. I've done this. No, let me start a church."
I'm telling you,
you're on crack. What the heck does that even mean? Do you get what I mean? So they've taken it for granted. Yeah. So it really and truly, unfortunately, where it should mean something, where you're swearing by the sovereign's name, it don't mean anything. But it's true. Yeah. They should swear by Ogun.
Exactly. I'm telling
you, and we'll see change happen.
100%. They'll change because they don't mess about.
They love the mythical. You could turn into a goat overnight. Like, they love all that kind of stuff.
That's because it's real.
Debatable, but they love all that kind of stuff.
Listen, you think if they swear by Ogun, and they're lying about a particular thing, they won't die?
They could. Do you know what? I think those things work if you believe it.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think sometimes.
I think sometimes, because I don't think anyone can put juju anything on me. It's impossible. I don't believe in stuff like that. Like, my faith is in God the Almighty, so it wouldn't work. But I think if I'm someone who bought into that faith and stuff, I think it can work.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you believe not believing it makes you immune to it?
I'm definitely immune to it because of Jesus.
That's exactly what it is. It's not because you don't believe in it. It's because you believe Christ can protect you from it.
Yeah, but I don't believe in it because I don't believe in it.
Okay, cool.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, I understand that if you believe in it, it can have an effect on you. It will do what it needs to do.
Is to not believe in juju or black magic, does it mean you don't believe in the devil?
No, I definitely believe in the devil. I believe the devil has power. And that's why I say that if you believe in it, if you subscribe, if you believe that it can work on you, it will work, because really and truly, in my opinion, that's where they get the power from. Yeah. And the devil has powers. The devil has serious powers people underestimate. Do you get what I mean? So, and he has authority to do things. Do you get what I mean?
But when you say that's where they get the power from, are you talking about like when?
I think for me, it's all dark magic.
So for example, if you were to go to a Babalawo, right? Yeah. And you consult him about a particular thing.
Yeah.
That's black magic, dark magic to you.
Yeah, because he's not getting his answers from Jesus.
See, I don't see it that way. Obviously, this is a completely different topic, obviously, right? Yeah. But I don't see it that way.
What do you think he's getting?
Because that means, right, before Christianity came to Yoruba land, we were all in darkness and just was worshipping the devil in different ways.
I mean,
Jesus
did say, "I'm the way, the truth, and the light."
Nah, I don't see that.
Well, this is what I believe. Yeah, this is what I believe that the Bible told me, and I believe it.
So that means, what was happening to all of our ancestors for thousands of years? Before a couple hundred years ago.
There's a reason why I didn't exist at that time. There's a reason why I was not around them times.
Nah, not at all. I mean, obviously we differ on that.
Yeah.
And that's not what the headline's about. But yes, Nigeria need to fix that, man.
They-
I need to find ways to.
I have the
Yeah,
solution to
man.
that, but people don't want to hear it.
What's your solution?
Get rid of everybody. Get rid of everybody and their bloodlines. Start fresh. You hear from me though. Hypothetically, allegedly, everything.
It's funny you say that because that same guy that I was saying, he's saying right now in the womb, there are kids who are growing up that will go and do the
thieves.
same thing.
Yes.
It's
Yep.
crazy.
It's mad.
All right. So our second headline is kind of somewhat of an update from a headline we spoke about a few days ago. And this is about Starbucks and their back and forth with their staff, right? So a US judge has ordered Starbucks to reinstate 7 workers in Tennessee who said that they were sacked in retaliation for pro-union activity. It's a victory for labor regulators who sued Starbucks over the sackings, arguing that restoring the jobs was key to preventing future labor violations. Starbucks, of course, denies retaliation. It said it would appeal against the decision. Judge Cheryl Lippman said regulators had presented enough evidence to suggest labor law violations had occurred. She said reinstatement was just and proper, whilst the claims worked their way through the judicial process, which can take years. Starbucks dismissed the 7 staff members in Memphis in February. In the month since, organizers for the union Starbucks Workers United have accused Starbucks of firing more than 75 pro-union staff across the country, which they allege is part of a wider crackdown intended to stop their movement. The National Labor Relations Board, the federal labor watchdog, sued Starbucks over the Memphis sackings in May after investigating the incident. Starbucks has said it fired the workers for breaking company rules, including letting non-staff into the store after closing. In this case, it was said that staff had allowed reporters into the cafe for a television interview about the union effort.
That's so jokes.
Can you imagine? They said these individuals violated numerous policies and failed to maintain a secure work environment and safety standards. Interest in a union does not exempt partners from following policies that are in place to protect partners, our customers, and the communities we serve. Since the union campaign launched last year, staff at roughly 220 Starbucks across the US had voted to join the union, giving them the power to negotiate pay, benefits, and other work conditions collectively. Starbucks, which owns nearly 9,000 stores in the US and licenses hundreds more, says it prefers to handle complaints directly with staff without involving a third party. So yes,
Good for them. I'm glad for them.
yeah, it's good, but again, like if Starbucks is saying the truth, I feel for Starbucks too.
Yeah, I don't know about that whole getting reporters in, all that kind of
Can you
stuff.
imagine? In my
You
store?
really could have done that outside the shop, and they could have just got the Starbucks logo in there.
That's it.
You could, yeah. You two are doing a lot with that one.
But yeah, hopefully they can find some type of resolution.
Yeah,
you know what I
hopefully.
mean?
Can I just say, when I'm just doing this, I'm sick. When I'm just switching the cameras and not talking, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking my sequencing is dope.
Well, as you're saying,
But then
that, it's on me.
but when I'm speaking, I lose focus. Exactly. That was exhibit A.
Case in point.
Case in point. Yeah.
That's so funny. All right, let's get into our word on road. That is so funny. No, you admire your own work.
No, I was watching the screen while I was doing it. I was thinking, I'm just catching
I'm doing this.
laugh here, smile there, back here, boom, boom, boom.
Then Brent, watch out. All right, so I told you guys about the VMAs not too long ago, and I told you Nicki Minaj will be performing, which will be her first performance since 2018, and also she was going to get the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award. Yeah, is it Michael Jackson?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah. So she'll be getting that. But also, it's been announced that Nicki Minaj, LL Cool J, and Jack Harlow are going to host the VMAs this year. It's on the
a random
29th
group
of
of people.
August. Very random.
LL Cool J, Nicki Minaj, and Jack Harlow.
I guess
I can say LL Cool J.
Interesting.
they've satisfied every group there. You got the women, you got the white man, you got the older generation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good black
guess
man.
so.
It works out.
Yeah.
They really said all lives are really present. Yeah, so they're going to be doing that. Do people really watch awards like that? I remember when I was younger, I would watch this, you know.
Yeah.
I watched
same.
the BET, I watched the VMAs, I'd watch the AMAs as well. Like I
Yeah.
took it
Yeah, award shows were like
a thing.
a thing that you look forward to. It now, no one really cares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think now I just watch the performances
That's what I do. The
when
next
they,
day.
Exactly.
when they put them up online.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I do. I literally watch the highlights. And even then, I sometimes forget. Someone has to trend. Then I'm like, oh yeah, that award happened.
Yeah.
Then I go back and watch it. But Yeah, should be fun. I think, Nicki Minaj will be performing. Other people performing on the night will be J Balvin. I think that'll be good. Lizzo as well. Blackpink, Panic. Don't know who that is, but yeah. So it should be exciting. And next bit of news is that Tevin Campbell has confirmed that he identifies as a gay man.
I said, can we talk?
Honestly, I was thinking,
for a minute?
my favorite one is I'm Ready.
Yeah.
Love it. What a tune.
What about Shh?
Oh, I don't know if I've heard that one.
It's a remake of a classic by Prince.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know Prince discovered him, innit? Prince discovered
He
him.
was,
Yeah. Prince discovered him.
Oh, yes.
I believe so.
And Quincy Jones was his mentor.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, so he was on the People podcast, People Everyday podcast. And he was obviously on there, blah, blah. And he basically said that he said a lot actually in the podcast, but he said he refers to himself as a former child star because that's just what he is. He's currently 45. And he said when he came up, people were like, oh, he's the next Michael Jackson. And he was like, to him, that was a big compliment, but he just wanted to be himself. He said he was packaged as a young heterosexual heartthrob. But then he said that, he just said he doesn't feel like the sex symbol thing worked really, but he said the love songs lasted.
Sex symbol? Tevin Campbell would never looked upon as a sex symbol. Let's knock it off.
To knock it off.
Knock it off.
Yeah, maybe not sex
Sex
symbol.
symbol.
Because basically, no, but they tried
But
to
the girls
package him
loved
as
him.
that.
The girls loved him though.
Yeah, because he was a cute little boy.
Yeah.
It wasn't a sex symbol.
But in their little minds,
You know
the
what I
little
mean?
puberty.
And plus,
He was
also,
a
him
sex
being
symbol.
him coming out as gay is not a surprise.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, but that's the thing. So
I think people
yeah.
always knew.
Yeah, he does
I
go
mean?
on to say that. Yeah, but I think they tried to package him as a sex symbol.
Okay.
But he said it didn't work. He said, I don't think the sex symbol thing worked, but the love songs last. And he said basically he didn't hide anything about him. He said he didn't try to act a certain way or anything like that. But he just said back then you couldn't be a gay man, basically. He also said that he came out to his family and friends when he was around 1920.
Okay.
And said for him, he said that was it for me. And then I went on the road of discovering myself. I didn't know who I was. And then he said he just stepped away from the music industry. But he also credits his growth to the 6 years he spent performing in Broadway, doing the musical Hairspray. And he started that in 2004. And he said for him, he was like being around people who were like me, LGBTQ plus people that were living normal lives and had partners. I had never seen that. That was a great time in my life. So, yeah. He just says, it's all good. And I think recently as well, there was, so there's been speculation, but recently as well, someone on Twitter was basically talking about people who are famous who are rumored to be gay. And he was on there. And for him, he was like, it was a casual thing for me. And he didn't take offense to that.
Yeah. Do you have the list?
No.
Okay.
But he said he didn't take offense to that. But he said he said, I love my fans, but what they think about my sexuality is of no importance to me. That's on period. I love that. But he said that he's proud of younger men like Frank Ocean, Lil Nas X, who haven't been able to, quote unquote, come out.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff. He said it wasn't like that in the 90s, but I'm glad I get to see it. I'm glad that that's changing. There are a lot of kids, especially young black boys, that need to see representation. They're not being taught to love themselves because of who they are. So, he says what makes him happiest right now is how far he's come in life. He said there are a lot of child stars that don't make it, but a lot of us do, and the fact that I've embraced me. So yeah, and I also love the fact that he did the whole identifying as a gay man rather than the whole coming out. I just think the whole coming out thing, it's kind of played out. It's just like, why just to come out as anything? Just exist kind of thing. So I'm glad that he just says, no, this is what I identify as.
Yeah.
I think. But but still while I'm here in the community, Dwayne Wade, so Dwayne Wade's daughter, Zaya Wade. So basically he's filed, as in Dwayne Wade, has filed a petition for Zaya's name to be officially, as in legally changed to Zaya. So Zaya's previous name was Zion Malachi Aramis Wade, but it will now be changed to Zaya Malachi Aramis Wade. And Zaya's 15. So the reason why Dwayne Wade. Yeah, the reason why he has to do it is because obviously Zaya's under 18. So your parent has to be the one to do it. Okay. And he has got consent from Zaya's mum as well. And also he said that he would like on we would like also the court to officially recognize Zaya as in her gender to be female, to get that changed as well, basically. So yeah, Dwayne Wade has been a good daddy, but not much news going on. I'm also hearing there's also been y'all been going crazy with the sex tape leaks. It's been crazy.
Well, who else is there now?
They got Safari the other day.
Yeah.
Got Safari the other day, but so basically it's a bit of a it's a bit of a funny one with Safari's one because people were like to him, say, "Stop playing. You did that. You released that yourself."
Yeah, of course you leaked it.
But he was like, "Oh, I didn't do that." To be fair, because I don't see why Safari would have to leak his sex tape. We know what Safari's piece is made of. The streets know. Not me personally.
Yeah, but apparently the streets weren't happy with the video. They're saying that the pictures that leaked before, his penis appeared bigger than what it did in the video.
Yeah. There was that, but I think he said, I can't remember what he said. He gave a reason for that as to what that was. So he's basically saying, the original piece that you guys saw, that's me in my full glory. But he was basically saying he didn't do this and he's gonna take it to court. He's gonna try and find out who did it. Blah blah.
Somebody did this.
All that stuff.
Somebody did this.
Somebody did it. So he's gonna try and find out all that stuff. And then I'm hearing the streets are saying Lori Harvey's tape as well has been leaked.
With who?
We don't know yet. Do we know?
No, I just saw the headline.
Yeah.
Who would you hope it's with? No, as a girl, who are you hoping to see her with? Like,
I'll play along.
Yeah, obviously play along. Like, would you hope it's Brandon?
Not
Brandon T. Jackson.
I think who?
Brandon T. Jackson. I meant to say Michael B. Jordan. Sorry, all these little names. Michael B. Jordan. Sorry.
I would prefer Michael B. Jordan over Future. I don't care what Future does. I don't care. I'm good, love. I would rather. I think if I was, I would rather see Michael B. Jordan.
Was he actually with Future? Was she actually with Future for a long time?
Yeah.
So it was like a proper relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
But I love it. I love the fact I reported it the other day when she said, that if something's not serving anymore, she moves on. And I think that's how relationships should be. You test, try, see what happens. Don't meet the mums, but you test, try, see what happens, and then the one that sticks. And she's a young babe. But I do hope it doesn't get released. I think it's a lot, man. Leave people's sex tapes to
How
be
do
where
people
they
get
are.
hold of these sex tapes, man?
I don't understand.
It's ridiculous.
I do not understand. Because it's like, do you hack phones? Like, what is the situation here? Unless it was sent to one person and that person then sends it along.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Sometimes it's like that.
Do you remember when there was a was it Google? No, iPhone, innit? Apple that got hacked.
Yes,
innit?
the
And all
cloud.
Celebrities, the cloud.
Everybody's asses was out.
Crazy.
That was a dark time. That was not a good time at all.
What actually got released though?
As in the nudes. So obviously, say you send a nude to your partner.
Yeah.
Things that just photos and stuff got leaked.
Yeah.
I remember Megan Good.
Yeah.
Gabrielle. Vanessa Hudgens. It was a bunch of celebrities at the time. A lot of celebs. But a lot of them learned. They said never again. They didn't send news anymore. Get this in person, mate. Or on FaceTime. Don't screenshot. It's crazy, man. But yeah. Let's get into the People's Journal.
All right, people. Welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. Since today's Friday, I thought I would try and give you some positive information. I just couldn't find them. So, unfortunately, you got the same underwhelming, harsh realities, man. It's come out here that pretty much people under 30 are having to pay about a third of their pay on rent, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So they're spending a third of their pay, basically. Well, just under a third. So housing groups say that spending, obviously, more than 30% of your pay on rent is unaffordable. Because obviously, you've got a host of different things that you obviously need to spend on.
Yeah.
And this is the highest it's pretty much been for a long, long time. And it's higher for the under 30s than it is for the 30 to 39s and the 40 to 59s. So I believe it was in 2019, people who were under 30 paid about 35%, right, of their earnings to 35% of renters paid more than 30% of their earnings to rent.
Okay.
Yeah. But now in 2022, that's gone up to over 40%. It's the same thing with the age 30 to 39s. 30% of renters paid over 30%, but now that's gone up to like almost 35%. And the age 40 to 59s, we're paying, let's just say, about 33% in 2019. Almost 40% of those people are now paying 30% towards their rent, which just doesn't make sense. Like, obviously, I know a lot of people are probably thinking, yes, this is why the rent shouldn't be so high, this, that, and the third. But the main problem here is inflation and the cost of living, man. Everything else is basically a problem. And I think once everything else kind of settles, then obviously the rent won't be as bad an issue. Also, the NHS has pretty much said that there's a rising number of people who's going to basically fall sick and see their health worsen unless the government kind of takes further action to kind of limit the energy price crisis, right? Obviously, we've spoken about this plenty of times before, right? About everyone getting the £400 payment and everything this autumn to kind of help with energy bills, right? But in a letter to the ministers, a lot of the NHS leaders were saying that rapidly rising energy prices, along with other cost of living pressures, are still going to leave individuals and families basically facing impossible choices. This is why we talked about this before, about certain families wanting to share water, and all this type of stuff there, right?
I mean, y'all are just dirty, but yeah.
But like, obviously, for people who don't want to do that, and obviously kind of just have to maybe layer up, right? Because obviously they can't afford to keep their heating on the whole day.
Yeah.
Like, it's a real issue because obviously, I don't think have you heard of anyone that you know or someone that knows somebody that's died because of it being too cold in their house?
Ooh.
No.
Exactly. But according to the NHS Confederation, cold homes are already linked to 10,000 deaths a year.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. Already. So when you consider all of this type of stuff, man, it's really looking quite bad because, you know, again, like the cold conditions will lead to a rise in respiratory conditions. It increases heart attacks, strokes, people falling down, all these other things in the house, innit? So it's just really not looking good, man. Hopefully something will happen. But yeah, I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm not obviously trying to defend the government at all. I feel like they're wasting funds all the time, innit? But they just don't have the money. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. And the last thing I want to talk about is basically briefly talk about the economy in Nigeria.
Okay.
So right now, it's like, well, it happened a couple of days ago, but basically the government is basically trying to meet with, when I say the government, everybody outside of kind of Buhari and stuff, are trying to meet with Buhari and actually talk about the economy, right? So the Nigeria's Governors Forum, NGF, said that a meeting between the governors and the president, which is going to be the first meeting since the outbreak of COVID-19. I don't know why it's taken that long, right? As now they're saying become necessary because of the worsening economic downturn. So the Director General, he said several governors reasoned that it's high time that they told each other the bare truth by confronting each other on the situation and brainstorming on it. This formed the basis of resorting to an in-person meeting, which since the outbreak of the pandemic has been relegated by the state's executives. He also said this would be the first time in a year that governors have collectively advised the president on weeding of 50-year-olds from the federal civil service and other suggestions meant to impose further hardships on the people. So they've had this meeting 2 days ago. So hopefully, if it does amount to something positive, I'll obviously bring that news to us, innit? But till then, that's pretty much it for the People's Journal.
Lovely. All right.
Yes.
Right.
So you guys know, obviously, our production at the moment is a bit different to how it's been. So unfortunately, there will be no Sis, What Would You Do today? Will there? Yeah, I got one. Oh, my bad. Okay, there will be one. So let's get to Sis, What Would You Do? I'm going to text Brent. She said, never mind.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool. All right, people. So today's Sis, What Would You Do? So let's see what Esther's opinion is.
Can I just say, big up Yusuf, man. Yusuf is on job. With your changing, I'm seeing this change. You're doing this.
Yeah,
I'm like, yes. Get into it, King.
All right. So, hey, girlies. 21-year-old girl from West London here. Avid listener, and I love the discussions you all have daily, especially when Emman gets involved. Oh, thank you. I didn't see
You
that.
man not used to compliments because you are tearing his singlets. Oh, dear.
Okay, so I've got what some people call a good problem.
Okay.
I'm seeing 3 guys,
Okay.
and they're all friends, but none of them know they're all seeing me.
A good
Why is
problem.
that a good problem if they're all friends? That's a bit messy, no?
Sorry, take it back again.
Okay, so I've got what some people call a good problem.
Yeah.
I'm seeing 3 guys, and they're all friends, but none of them know they're all seeing me. I actually really like one of them and want to progress to a relationship with him. And he's communicated to me that he also wants a relationship with me.
Okay.
In my head, though, I don't think that he would like that I was seeing the other 2. And he would basically turn off from going exclusive. What should I do? How can I make this work?
I'm sorry, we need to define what good is because this is a very difficult problem. Like you basically found a good man.
I think what she's saying is it's good because she's got 3 good options here.
No, the rule to this is you date 3 different men that are not connected in any kind of way.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
But the caliber of men are good.
Okay, we'll pick up that friendship group. They're all leaders in there. Personally, this is what I would say to you. Because, okay, I'm definitely going to need the men on this one because the men that I know, they're not here for you talking to their friends and then you now being with them. But what I would say is, yeah, because I can either advise you to lie or tell the truth. If you lie, you get caught, you carry last. If you tell the truth, he doesn't like it, you carry last. So you're going to have to decide which gamble you want, which coin you have to flip basically, right? Or whatever. But basically, because I would say the guy that likes you, you like him too, is so good. I think try and move forward with that one, in my opinion. Now, I think the issue though is, do you tell him that you've been talking to other friends or do you let them say something? Personally, I would let them say something, but I will package it in such a way that it wouldn't be a turn off for him. I wouldn't give the chance for his imagination to run wild. So I'd be like, oh, we're just talking. It was nothing. I didn't do this, that. Hopefully he didn't, but I would be like, oh, like it hasn't been as intimate as it is with you and blah, blah. It's just getting to know them on the side.
Yeah.
I will just make it as platonic as I possibly can. And then be like, okay, let's get this.
Hold on, this girl wants one of these guys to take her seriously.
Yeah, but the one that she wants to take her seriously, also wants to take her seriously. They like each other, but she has a feeling that when he finds out she's talking to 2 other people, that guys that she knows.
No shit, Sherlock. What's going on here? You want me to take you seriously, but you're talking to 2 of my other, not one, but 2
but 2
of my friends. Get lost.
No, damn.
No, E-man.
Damn.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
You must have to say if I talk again.
You're talking to 2 of my friends, and you want me to take you seriously? How's that even?
I can't lie to you. This was that's what I'm like, good problem. This is
When you said that, I was like,
difficult.
what? Good problem. That's not a good problem.
This is a very hard problem.
Yeah, it's dating 3 guys who don't know each other.
That's a good
It's
problem.
a good problem. Not that are all friends.
Okay, can I ask you guys, what about if the dating was literally just dating? So there's no physicality.
And that's why I said, I hope it is, because then I don't think that he would necessarily be turned off from that.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think it's when you've been lipsing up the boys and whatever, and you guys have shared like physical intimacy, that's when he may get turned off. But even then, you might have to pray about this one before you even approach
I'll
it.
get turned off if there wasn't any physicalities.
Yeah, but we know how you are about dates.
No, but why are you out with my friends?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, why are you out with my boys? Like,
I can't lie, that's so like...
no physicalities.
Because I can't imagine 3 of my friends, 3 of us, talking to one guy, and then he picks what... That is giving Sophie's choice. Like, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah,
I'll be turned off by that.
Yeah. Especially if you then come into the friendship group, you lot are together, you're seeing these guys, and it really doesn't seem good, man. But at the end of the day, it's still an issue. She wants to progress it with this particular guy.
Yeah.
You need to tell the truth. You can't lie about this at all, because obviously, if they're all friends, they're going to see you.
They are going to find out.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I say that my advice, because obviously we have to deal with the situation at hand. My advice is to let this guy know that, yes, I would like to move forward with you as well.
Yeah.
But I've got to tell you something. I have gone on dates with 2 of your boys, blah, blah. I think you control the narrative. If you give it a chance, because the other 2 as well, you know, sometimes some men are petty.
Yeah.
If you give them a chance to write the story for you, sis, they'll be making up stuff, and it makes it worse. And it's worse. I personally believe, anyway, you guys know how I am. I think it's worse to hear about stuff from someone else when you should hear about it with the person you're involved with. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So personally, I would say, let him know how you're feeling as well. Like for like, cool. Hopefully the things are strong enough, and he realizes that we're in the ghetto. There's nothing out here in the streets. You find somebody, people will be snatching the person up. So hopefully he would have that mindset of, do you know what? At the end of the day, like, we connect on a deep level.
Yeah.
Over there wasn't anything, and at the end of the day, you've kind of chosen me. I've chosen you. Hopefully that's enough. Let us. I need an update on this. Let us know, because I don't know what magic.
Yeah,
it's a bit.
Yeah. I just think you just have to come correct. Just be truthful about it, because they're gonna find out.
100%.
He's gonna go and celebrate. I've got a girlfriend now. They'll be like, oh, who? It's Monica. Monica.
Also, do you think? Because I want to ask her, how sure are you that none of the guys know? Because like it
That's
could be
perfect. Then that's a good problem. Then
no, as in.
What is a good problem?
Because if they know about each other and he still wants to be serious with them, that's fine. That means he's cool. He's cool with it.
That's true. I like what you said there. If
Glass half full.
Because I don't want to put this negativity into your mind, right, and start thinking about it, right? But if they all know and they're all dating her, that means none of them take her serious.
Facts.
Yeah, but one of them has said, I want to take you seriously.
Yeah, he said it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he said it.
He
but
may not really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if they know. I'm hoping it's not the case. I'm really hoping it's not the case, right?
Yeah, but do you know what is that? Because I think for her to write in, because guys can say they want to take you seriously all day.
Yes.
Some guys meet you one day and they tell you they love you. Weirdos. Okay. But I think that if he's saying, I want to take you seriously, and his action is supporting that statement, then I think he might not have a problem. If they actually know, he might be cool with it. Maybe they all said and said, you know what? Let's all agree to leave her. Then he said, yeah, that's fine. Then he went and text her paragraph and said, listen, girl, baby girl, I'm trying to get with you. So yeah, I would say do that. I would just say, you have to just be on it. Come clean, man. Yeah. And hopefully he knows already, and he's like, yeah, I know, but it don't matter. They're not really my friends anyway. Yeah. Or I've spoken to them about it. Ooh, that'd be attractive. I've spoken to them about it.
But
Who says that?
The man. He said he's spoken to his boys about it already.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. To be fair, some men may be able to cope with that.
Yeah.
Knowing that the woman they're interested in is also dating their friends. Some men may not even care.
Yeah, exactly. He might not even care.
Yeah, he might not even care. Especially if nothing sexual has happened, he may not care.
Someone said, I read out some of the advice in the chat. Someone said, stop talking to the other two and get your man. Unless they bring it up, then yes, be honest. Talking to them before they become... Yeah, then admit basically talking to them before it becomes something. And she said they probably all know anyway.
See?
Someone said, Miss Mariah is killing me. Miss Mariah said, Esther girl, this ain't no sitcom. She's in the mad.
In the mad.
DJ Black say, yeah, you're an egg. He said, this girl is bad vibes. Even though she's probably in this chat, she should know better. What the hell?
Wait, the girl might be. She might be in the chat, innit?
If you're in the chat, girl, that's...
Raise your hand with that. You know the raise hand emoji. Raise your hand if you're in the chat, man.
The people will just be attacking her, man.
Actually, you never know these days. Everybody's getting attacked.
No, but how do you even get into a position where you're dating 3 friends?
Yeah,
like, how did you even get? How did you get here?
Yeah, it's true.
Like, what was the thought process behind this one?
Like, were you targeting them? Some girls target groups, you know.
Yeah, if the entire group is looking good.
But then that means you got to circle back like 3 different times if you're targeting the same group.
No, you target the same group for now.
Listen,
if it doesn't work out, we're on to the next.
Listen, if I could talk, bruv, there's certain girls targeting the groups. Targeting the groups. There's certain girls, yeah. When they see a picture on the gram of the group pic,
they you got to tap here to see the people that are tagged.
Listen, when they see the group pic, they look at that couple man. You know what I'm saying? Couple man there. They can say, yeah.
But why do you think they're targeting like several in the group though? Do you feel like it's like
the man are saucy, innit?
Is it like a
if the group is saucy, sorry.
So what is it? Like a probability thing? Like, okay, there's 5 here that I like. Let me try. If I get one of them, cool.
Let me move. It might just be you're just attracted to. Listen, if you're attracted to people, then I actually said, go where. I gave girls advice. I said, move to guys. Listen, don't let your boyfriend stop you from meeting your husband. So don't let best friends.
Yeah.
if one of them, if there's a group and you like 3 of them, yes, they're friends. But if one of the 3 is your husband, one of them might be your boyfriend, one of them might be just someone that takes you on dates, one of them might be your husband. Listen, the way this world works is interesting ways. Go forth and prosper, sis.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's wild though. It's definitely the same group. That's risky. Risque.
Either way, if you want to be serious with the guy, man, like be transparent, especially in the beginning. Like let him know the situation. Let him know you're serious, and be like, "You look, I don't know how I got here, but I'm here, and this is what I want, and I know this is what you want. What do you feel about it? This and that." But yeah, you just have to be honest with him.
Ebony Onyx said, "If they're Caucasian, this is a walk in the park." It's true. It's true. She said they would date mums, dads, sisters, uncles. Girl, that's a word. That is really a word. Miss Mariah, she said, "Do not listen to our sis Esther. She wouldn't take this advice herself." Because do you know I wouldn't take this advice myself? Because I would never date guys from the same group. Respectfully, I'm not doing that. I can't do it. It doesn't make sense. If you're gonna multiple date, you never multiple date in close proximity like that.
Yeah.
What if she didn't know though?
Nah, 3 is too much. Not to them. That's
So you don't
How
know.
many times?
3 is not a coincidence.
How many times? Have you linked up with one of your boys?
Yeah.
And then, for example, for I don't know some type of event,
Yeah.
and some next guy comes that knows your boy, but you knew him from like 10 years before. So it's like, oh, cool. Both of you guys are my boys.
But
You didn't know.
me and that guy from 10 years before aren't in the same friendship group.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you're all friends of the other guy. That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah, but that isn't the same as this though.
You don't think so?
She's basically saying she's dating Emman, Brent, and Steven. That's what she's saying. You know what I mean?
all right, cool.
Basically.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah. A bit
Oh,
tricky.
sorry, I saw something in a group here. Gin and Jess. Sorry, this is off topic, right? I just want to big up Gin and Jess. Yeah. She was saying, when you go and see babalawos and stuff, it's not magic. They use maths. And I agree with you. Have you read the book Socrates and Orunmila? Read that book by Professor Sophie Oluwole. It's maths.
I have nothing
They use
to
a
say
binary
here,
system.
because when
It's
I
not
talk,
black magic.
they start calling me less than smart. So let me never say anything on this one. I ain't got no words.
All right, cool.
But yeah, man, all the best with this situation, sis. I really hope it works out some kind of way. Let us know. I would like an update on this situation. Let us know how things work out. If you guys get married, invite us as well. But yeah, let's get into our last headlines for today.
Okay, so the last headlines for today is basically almost like a throwback to lockdown. And basically, the Office for National Statistics, ONS, data has come out, which has pretty much said that they found the effects of lockdown could be causing more deaths than COVID, as nearly 10,000 more deaths than the 5-year average have been recorded. Hope that makes sense. So released on Tuesday, the ONS figures for excess deaths in the UK have revealed that about 1,000 more people than usual are dying each week from illnesses and conditions other than COVID. This makes the rate for excess deaths 14.4% higher than the 5-year average, meaning 1,350 more people have died than usual in the week ending 5th of August. COVID-related deaths made up for 469 of them, but the remaining 881 have not been explained. Since the start of June, nearly 10,000 more deaths unrelated to COVID have been recorded than the 5-year average, making up around 1,089 per week. This figure is over 3 times the number of people who died from COVID, which is 2,811 over the same period. ONS analysis takes into consideration the aging population changes, yet still found a substantial ongoing excess. The Telegraph reported that the Department of Health may have ordered an investigation into the concerning numbers, as there is potential for them to be linked to delays in medical treatment as a result of the ongoing strain on the NHS. Lockdowns, as we know, push back treatment for conditions including cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and things of that nature, with the British Heart Foundation telling the publication that it was very concerned by the findings. So yeah, man, unfortunately, it's looking like there have been some type of residual effects of lockdown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I guess like everyone was kind of saying it though, innit?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And the last headline, trigger warning.
Oh, this is so sad.
Yeah, it's very sad news. But it seems like we're kind of progressing, innit?
Mm-hmm.
So a 44-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of the murder of the 87-year-old man, Thomas O'Halloran, who was fatally stabbed on his mobility scooter in West London. The suspect was arrested at an address in Southall, West London, in the early hours of Thursday, the Met Police said. Shocked neighbours said police had smashed down the front door of the suspected individual's home after a tense 30-minute standoff at 1:30 in the morning, less than 2 miles from the scene of the stabbing. One witness said, it was 1:30 a.m. and I was awoken by shouting and lots of cars arriving. I looked out and I could see police trying to smash down the door. They were using some sort of battering ram. Some of them went inside, but there was no sign of anyone. That lasted for about 30 minutes. Then they brought out a man. He was resisting and they pushed him to the floor and handcuffed his hands behind his back. Two of the police lifted him off the pavement and took him to the car. DCI Jim Eastwood, who's leading the investigation, said, as a result of the release of a CCTV image yesterday, an arrest has been made and this investigation is progressing at pace. O'Halloran's family have been updated with this development and continue to be supported by specially trained officers. For those unaware, officers were called to Caton Road in Greenford on Tuesday after reports of a stabbing. O'Halloran, who is an accordion player who busked for charity outside local shops at Greenford Station, aged 87, was declared dead at the scene. Detectives believe he was stabbed on Western Avenue at about 4 p.m. in the afternoon before managing to travel about 75 yards on his mobility scooter to Runnymede Gardens, where he flagged down a member of public for help. So yeah.
Oh, that's so sad, man.
Very, very sad. Yeah.
Very, very sad.
That's the end of the headlines for today.
All right. Good show. Great week. Let's get into our outros. You man sitting down like you ain't got a job to do.
Thank you.
I was trying to talk slow and everything, like try and help. And it's just not. Like, what's going on here?
What you got planned for us today, Esther? What you got? No, it's fine. We're back in.
No, I'm paying for the meeting. I have nothing planned today. Just chilling. Thank you guys. We appreciate you guys showing love, showing up, showing out in the comments as always on our live. It's actually been a good number, good response today. This video will stay up. Yusuf, is the camera on me?
Oh, sorry.
We were doing so well.
I'm not gonna lie, I cannot wait for Monday, so I have to do this damn thing anymore, man. It's annoying.
Oh, dear. I feel like R. Kelly there. Is this camera on me? But yeah, we appreciate you guys as always. Do join the community, join the network. We've got some news for you on Monday. So join community. So type into your browser community.thenewblack.com. As you guys know, black is an X. Follow us on all our social media platforms. The day after TNB, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Like, share our videos, do all that great stuff. This video will be staying up. Let me see. Is the mathing on the likes? No, it's not. No, it's not. All right.
How do you check the likes anyway? I don't.
Because basically, I like it, and then it would tell me like, how many people like it as well.
Oh,
How many likes do we have now?
Okay.
We've got 41.
Likes as in the thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Yeah.
But there's 129 of you guys watching, so the mathing. Yeah, so like the video, subscribe to our channel, keep supporting us. If you'd like to send messages and voice notes in, send it to 075-6484-1073. You can send stuff in for asking for a friend, for sis, what would you do? All that great stuff. As we said, we'll tell you guys about the community on Monday. But before then, if you'd like to know real tea, join the network, community.thenewblack.com. Also, if you'd like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, email the team the day after at thenewblack.com. It's been a great week over here. Everyone good?
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been a good week, man.
All right, let's have a good weekend. And you guys have a lovely weekend. And we will catch you on Monday. Brent will be back. Order will be restored.
And hopefully some other faces.
Hopefully. See ya.
Mix effect.
Has his life stopped?